Welcome, everyone, back to the CRL podcast sponsored by Northeast Storm Chasers.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Chasers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
I'm your host, Ethan, as always, alongside my man, Three Flashes, who did the intro this week.
Yes, sir.
And obviously Stanley's Quack's here too, as always. He's always in the background doing whatever the hell he does. But this week we have, I want to say, one of our biggest guests. He's up there with Marty in Atlanta. I know, for a fact, he's up there with them too.
I can already tell, one of our most fun guests too, just talking to him before we did this podcast. I'm looking forward to it already.
We talked to him for 15 minutes before this podcast, before I started recording it, and man, I gotta tell you, this podcast is gonna be amazing. Please help me, Flash, help me welcome Mr. DB Broadcasting, aka Dirty Birds, 3030 on Twitch.
Hey, boys.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
buddy?
having me on, man. Appreciate the humble introduction there, man. Thanks a lot, man. Make me feel like
try to
a
keep
big
it
time.
as humble as possible.
Yeah, you are big time. Hey, and even being humble is not always a thing that happens.
No.
No, thanks for having me on, man. I checked out the last couple podcasts, man. I was excited to listen to the one with Atlanta and Marty especially, man. So thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for coming on, man. I know only me and you knew about this, by the way, that you were coming on this week. No one else knew.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
didn't
tell
even know about
anybody
it until
2 days ago.
He hinted to me that he wanted to get you on, but I didn't know when it was going to be. Like, he said that he was getting you on at some point, and then he tells me literally, what was it? Yeah, 2-3 days ago that we're having you on.
Wednesday, I told you.
I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
You texted me about it a month ago. Right after Marty's, you texted me. It's like, how do I get into this? Because it'll help both our brands and help out too. Because you have a big following, and we're slowly getting there. Speaking of following, I want to say thank you to everybody. 50 subscribers on YouTube.
50. Woohoo!
And it's only episode 10.
Well, you guys are blowing me away on YouTube.
Really? Yeah, but I'm nowhere close to you on Twitch, okay? I'm only at 150 on Twitch personally, so I'm nowhere close to you.
Honestly, I get what you're saying, though, with YouTube, because it does, from ground up to blow up a channel, it is more difficult. But
especially with NASCAR stuff, because we started the thing was okay, we're not expecting much, we're just doing it for fun, really, and then now it's holy crap, it's actually a thing that is kind of people are actually enjoying watching it.
Another thing too,
insane.
I've always didn't like with YouTube is, they still have subscribe on there. So I think people think that you have to pay for a subscription. I tell people no, YouTube's free.
Exactly.
It's free.
Yeah.
Oh, it says subscribe.
It does sound like that.
Yeah. And then on Twitch, subscribe is a pay.
It's $5.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So that's a little confusing for some people. Should probably change that, but
Yeah, YouTube subscribe is just clicking a button, just like you would.
Exactly.
Click that under the video. I don't know what color it is. I think it's red though. That's right. Yeah. I'm colorblind, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, so it's more of a light pink to you then.
Yeah. But DB, so you wanna let us know where are you, how you started, where you came from, and all the basic stuff for right now until we get into some of these more in-depth questions we have for you.
Yeah, sure. Let's dig into it. All right. Well, I've like a lot of people, I've been playing games ever since I was little. Video games, Nintendo. Was every NASCAR game that's ever came out. I've played it on every platform. I grew up a little town called Lincolnton, North Carolina. It's a kind of south. southeast suburb of Charlotte. So I went growing up going Charlotte Motor Speedway a lot. I was probably 45 minutes from Concord. So, so right there in the heart of North Carolina racing country, I grew up. So just, always grew up loving it, man, and yeah. So
I tell
I
you
no
that's
longer live there now, but
yeah, that's about 3 hours out of where my hometown is. So I'd love to hear anybody we got on here that's from that heart of North Carolina. I'm from southeastern Virginia, so it's great to have you there. I didn't know that your background. So yeah, please talk more about that. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, man. So growing up, I went to Charlotte. I went to Darlington. I stopped at the Joe Weatherly Museum in Darlington all the time on my way to Myrtle Beach. If you're from there, anywhere around there, everybody went to Myrtle Beach, 1,000 times, so grew up going to those tracks and, North Wilkesboro back when it was, still around. Went to a couple races there. I was at the last race at Rockingham, so just, I've watched, just always been involved in racing. And bought kind of got out of it for, I would say like a couple of years and then, decided to get back into it, and I bought kind of just a crappy wheel off of Amazon, and hooked it up and started racing, in public lobbies in NASCAR Heat 4. And
you started early.
Was it a Ferrari wheel?
Yeah, the shit wheel. Oh, wasn't that wheel?
The reason I asked that was because that was his first wheel he got. He tried the Ferrari wheel. That's that cheap one.
To be fair, when I bought off Amazon, the wire was never even connected to the pedals.
He got that.
I could turn the car, I just couldn't go.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so fired up the wheel. I've always loved racing Talladega and Daytona. So
everybody does, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm firing it up, and just like everybody, I fired it up. And started racing, and quarantine hit, and I was already racing with a bunch of guys. I was racing with what ended up being a Little on High Side Racing League. What ended up being with those guys, so end up racing with them and started racing in the league again, and did that for quite a while. I guess up until I'd say about 3 months ago. Got a little burnout on driving, racing a little bit. So
that was actually one of the questions I had for you. Well, the people submitted that on the Facebook post I did earlier. That was actually one of the things. Let me pull it up now, actually, and I'll ask you real quick since you already talked about it.
Sure.
Because it kind of is like, oh yeah, he already asked that question. Well, answered the question really. So, Matthew Cummings, said, why don't you race yourself instead of broadcasting? And you just answered that question. You got burnt out.
Yeah. Got a little burnt out because I'll be honest. If anybody's ever raced with me, I'm really good at super speedways because that's kind of what I've always focused on. I'm horrible just about everywhere else. I'm race middle of the pack to the back most of the time. Here and there, I'd squeak out a top three. So yeah. I raced 6 seasons with a Little on High Side Racing League, I believe it was.
Wow.
Back then they run 4 races a week. 2 a night on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So I can see how I was about to say 6 seasons, but yeah, you fly through them pretty quick then at that rate.
Yeah, so that's how. Yeah, raced with those guys, for a while. Had a blast doing it, but after a while, just kind of got a little burnt out, man, and I kind of saw the landscape changing because Atlanta Racing was going to iRacing. Pete, I'm talking about other broadcasters right now.
Peoples, right?
Yeah. They, they kind of had their own leagues that they were doing, and Rick James was doing some iRacing. He had love leagues that he was doing too. So I was kind of watching, kind of seeing everything, and this kind of playing into is like I was going back to work after quarantine as well, right? So going back to quarantine, I had to find some time where I couldn't race as much on the certain nights, but I had other nights free. You know what I mean? So I did that, and so after kind of moving around, I had to leave Alone High Side Racing League because I had to go back and do work and other things. So because I kind of work a little bit of a crazy work schedule, late schedule. So that's when I kind of started transitioning and thinking about possibly doing some broadcasting, because there was a lot of leagues out there that was wanting broadcasters, but really not many broadcasters out there for them. So I thought, why not give it a shot? I was kind of interested in the streaming part. I kind of got a little bit interested in Twitch and, and how it all was, was being played out on NASCAR heat and that kind of stuff. So I guess interest in that mixed with a little bit of being burnt out is kind of how I all kind of started with getting into broadcasting.
Well, I didn't know that you haven't like broadcasting for that long. So you basically started broadcasting right around PSCS season started, pretty much then, correct? Somewhere around then, because we've been racing for almost 3 months now.
Yeah, somewhere around then, yeah. Because when I was kind of looking for some leagues to give it a go, Carolina Racing League was one of the first. Them and Ultimate Racing League was one of the first to
The other CRL
kind of jump on board. What's that?
Yeah,
so the other CRL.
Yeah, Carolina Racing League. They got a good name in the community. As
We're
well.
not copying them, by the way.
No, we are
Right.
Championship Racing League. So.
Yeah, Championship Racing League, Carolina Racing League, which is funny because, it's kind of like looking for leagues. I was looking for leagues on the times that I was available. That's how I started. I was looking for, things the times I was available to, to do it and, and kind of give it a go. So, that's when I found CRL. I was already pretty good friends with Joe, who runs URL Ultimate Racing League, and so that's when we just kind of decided to give it a go. And then when I was looking for other leagues as well, that's when I found K-Rob. I don't know how. I don't remember. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, probably looking on Discord or whoever else. He said, "What's that?"
Was it from Smith Nation? Because I know he's big involved in that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could have been because I know I was in Smith Nation's Discord for a while, but I never posted anything that I know of. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But he came to me and was like, I have Monday Truck Series available for you if you're available Mondays. And I was like, yeah. So that's when, I kind of jumped on with him too. So shout out to K-Rob, man, for, and CRL and URL, because they kind of jumped on everything without really knowing what I could do or if I could even do it yet, like kind of just rolling the dice, so that was kind of how it all got started. So, and I just seen, like I said, I've seen a lot of leagues out there that was looking for, a lot of great racing, leagues that were looking for to get on Twitch. And so I just, thought, why not? Because I didn't want to leave the game completely because, I love that racing part of it. So that's why I decided to kind of jump and dive into this, see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. I know that PSCS here recently has been very crappy with the Cup, with the truck schedule. We're on the actual schedule for real NASCAR.
So there's a lot of off weeks for the trucks, yeah.
For truck, yeah. Which
They
sucks.
do.
I love your broadcast though. Like, I know
Absolutely.
that. And trucks, I mean, I know you interview with the top 3, I think, or top 2, something like that. I know it's definitely the winner. but I think it's
Normally, I base it race by race.
yeah. It depends of how.
I don't.
Well, that's what I try
how
to
it
do as well,
happens.
depending on the field
Yeah.
size. I get that, and depending on what's going on in the race. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Depending on something's going on with races. If it was a bad ending, I'm probably not interviewing second place because it's probably not going to be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
And
or third.
I
So-
tend to like that's how we do it over with my broadcast, and then sometimes, a lot of times
you
with this
interview me
man
all the
right here
time.
we're talking to, Heathen, we gotta wait a little bit to get him in there once he's calmed down and got off his Kyle Busch rag. And on that level, and he calms down a little bit, and then we'll interview him, and
Yeah.
because normally
but
if it's not Heathen winning, it's him finishing second, and he's
But the way it happens, though, is what makes me upset.
Either
my fuel strategy or
The
lack
raw
of getting in my way.
emotions of racing.
Oh no, my
Up
raw
and-
emotions
up and
are very
down.
terrible. They're bad.
Just in general, and then you're adding racing
Oh,
on
his
top of
everyday
it.
raw emotions are terrible.
Yeah.
Hey now. Well, I race every single day, so it's like, and with me being so competitive, like it's not that if I don't win, I'm not happy, but if I know I did the better car or whatever, and I get beat out by strategy, yes, it pisses me off. Like, that's the worst way to lose, is by strategy, when you know you have the best car. You called a race earlier this year, I think that it happened to me as well, where I lost off fuel strategy.
Yeah. In PSES?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got wrecked. I lost by getting wrecked. You've seen it all this year.
Maybe it's just because you weren't good enough, Ethan.
I called your biggest race so far. Is
Yeah,
this what I hear correctly?
You called my most emotional race. Yes.
Well, that's the biggest. If it
and
touches
I-
you on
I-
the inside, then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
your
And
biggest.
if you listen to this podcast, I mess with Heathen a lot, but when we talk about this race, I will not mess with him at all because
There's a clip on my
there's every bit of
Twitch channel
deserving
that
for him to feel good about this one.
whenever
Yeah.
whenever I cross the line, you could hear I never said, I don't admit I was crying, because I was definitely not crying, but I mean, you were in the booth, you heard everything.
Well, not to put you on the spot, but afterward you did.
Lips are sealed, man. I won't
And,
say a word.
I-
Between me and
I
you.
was
was as
definitely
well.
very
I'm the same case you
emotional.
Yeah. That was
Flash,
in
I
Vegas,
think
right?
Flash,
That
yeah,
one
it
was full on for
yeah.
your dad, and I know that meant a lot to you. So
Mind you,
Yeah,
the car that I was battling, I told you in the stream, whatever, the 17 truck is actually my normal truck.
Right.
And my buddy who was in my truck finished second behind me, and the story behind him is I took him from a very, basically a wrecker league that just races the wreck really, and it's basically last man standing kind of stuff. And I was like, 'cause I saw talent in him. I was like, look, I took him under my wing last July or whatever, and now he's really, really good at the game. And for him to finish second behind me and Flash finished third, that, it was Mike finishing third and Flash was fourth. So everybody, people I was really close with finished in top 5 or top 4, which was
the storybook
on
ending,
top.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
which was on top, was the cherry on top of the
That's
cake.
awesome.
Whatever how the hell is saying is.
Cherry on top, yeah. Gotcha.
But I know
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very emotional. I know I didn't even join the party right away because I was
Yeah, it
wiping
did
my
take you
eyes.
a little while to get here. I was
Well,
like, what's
I
this guy
was
doing?
watering
He's
right now,
celebrating?
probably
What's
dry
going
my
on?
heart. We got this dude right here that
all
called it.
celebrating.
We got him on.
Yeah.
So,
That's great.
that
man.
was a
That's
big
great.
part of having him on it as well. I mean, and I have to say you've done an amazing job for our truck series over there in
Oh yeah.
SES.
You make it entertaining to watch back. 'Cause
I
can't
appreciate
watch
it,
back
man.
my own
I
streams.
try. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know the
with-
first
with-
week
with my
though,
broad-
you called me H3 Ethan or whatever. you
Well, to
called
be
me.
fair, a few people have called you that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
just call me Heathen, dog.
Yeah.
It's just-
I was still
It was week
working
one.
it all out.
It was Daytona week. It was week 1. I don't care. It's new. I think it's new people who don't know who doesn't really know who we are yet. Doesn't know our names. We go by.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I was like, I'm not gonna really, complain or whatever, because I don't like complaining anyway about my name. I do when it's people that know how my name is said. Then
Well, you
continues
like
to-
complaining, but you know.
Well, at times when people know how my name is said and then continues not to say it the right way, it
Right.
kind of makes me
See-
upset. But it's like,
Why my name is
But-
simple
but,
enough
you know,
to figure it out.
But in their defense too, you're spelling heathen with a 3 in it.
With a 3.
well,
You know, and
the
then,
3
you know,
is because my
CCDN
dad.
is not a word.
Oh, no,
Right,
that's what
right,
heathen,
right.
though. That's just a clan. That I meant.
Well,
Yeah.
his gamer tag did used to actually be spelled heathen in the right way.
Yeah, but
Um,
when I changed it to CCDN Heathen, when I made my own clan, pretty much,
Right.
I did not want the hashtags after my name, so I said, screw it. I'm just going to put the E to a 3 because like 3 is my favorite number. It's my dad's number, as you know. Guess I was a 3 truck, whatever. I was like,
Right.
it just makes sense, like. So I'll just make it a 3, and then it's stuck ever since.
Yeah. Yeah. Like gamer terminology, looking at that, you know, like because we're used to looking at gamer tags, like, oh yeah, it says heathen.
Yeah.
But to somebody not in this world kind of deal, you know, like would probably look at it and be like H3 fun, you know, like, you know, so.
well, see, when I made
Yeah.
mine, it was before all that, before all the X's on the ends of your names and stuff. Like, I made this back in the early 360 days, so mine would be weird too if I tried to do the same thing he did. So I feel his pain on that. Everybo's, you know, that doesn't know that, they're like, what the hell does that say?
What's the deal with the X's in the front and the end?
I have no
like
clue.
I
I
guess
thought
it
it
was
was
to
like
what's
barbed
going on.
wire is what I've heard.
I thought that it was,
Okay.
because XXX stuff.
Not related to. No, we're not talking about porn.
Hey, I wasn't. Hey, I
Like
didn't
X's
say
and
it.
O's, hugs and kisses. I don't know.
That's what I
Like,
thought.
No,
that
I
was- that
actually
was
think
worse,
it does.
but-
It is related to a lot of like the
Because you have a lot of
FPS players.
10-year-olds.
They did they did the XX on both sides for like barbed wire or something like.
Gotcha.
That's what it was supposed to look like. I think.
Okay, well,
I don't know. Could be wrong, but that's what I've heard.
Yep,
the more
we'll
you know.
go with it.
From
Sounds
3
good to me.
flashes.
Yeah, I got a book of knowledge and most of it's bullshit, but
A lot of it.
I said
Just-
most.
oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, Yeah.
But I asked this question to everybody we have on the podcast. I don't know if you answered already, but your first like racing game you played, like everybody, a lot of people have been NASCAR 09. That's like the game that first took seriously.
Yeah.
Is that yours or were you different? Because if it was different, I'm waiting to hear it.
Okay, well, if we're just talking racing game, my first one was pole position. It was
yeah,
like the,
that would be I believe
the old-
82.
yeah, like I don't even know who made it. Namco, maybe.
Yeah, it was Namco. It was
Yeah, it was you know, prepare to qualify. You know, it was like one of the big like you know, arcade games. That was like the first racing game. The first NASCAR game. Ew, yikes. That one might be hard to retrieve, man. I don't know. Whatever yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like along the way I had them all, but I don't know. You know, well, put it this way, I've never, for whatever reason, you know, I've always been Xbox. I owned a PlayStation 1, but that was the
I
only
did
one
too.
I've ever owned, you know, by PlayStation. So, you know, so it's, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, you know,
Did you ever? Let me go back a little bit here. Then I guess
sure.
my well, and I'm older than Ethan here. I'm 26.
I'm 20.
But yeah, my dad had the PS1 and it was mine basically too growing up. And we played the NASCAR 98 on it. That was actually my first racing game, but I played ones before that after that. So my first one I remember playing was NASCAR 98. It was the Legends edition that had Richard Petty on the cover. In his, I believe it was a 73 Charger with there was a black and white cover on the PS1 disc. I don't know. You said you play pole position. I've played pole position as well, but that was
Yeah.
growing up. That was after I played that game.
You're before my
Yeah.
time.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
when I
it
played
definitely was.
98,
It was
so.
yeah, that was a popular racing game when I was a kid. So especially like when the big arcades broke out and all that. So yeah, but as far as the NASCAR game, I don't know. I can't. I'd have to think about that
there
for
was
a
NASCAR
while.
95 was the first game I can think of for NASCAR itself that was on PC.
Yeah.
It was NASCAR 95, and then I believe 96 and 97 were on PlayStation. And the 98 was the first like breakout EA game. Then you had 99 and 2000.
EA
2000 was the
Sports,
first
it's in the
PS2.
game.
It's in the game, yeah. So that's why I had the PlayStation 1 right there, was because those came out, on that one first. So yeah, but I really like hit my stride and like really really diving into it was like 08, 09, the one that had like Elliott Sadler on the front. That's when I was really like getting into online play, not just playing career modes and stuff like that anymore.
Oh, if we're going based off online and all that, Flash,
Well,
our podcast, when it's me and you doing it in like, I don't know, it feels like 50 weeks from now we're going to be doing our podcast. But really, it's like in like
Well, you mean
4
our
weeks,
background,
whatever.
which we've already given the last
Kinda.
10 podcasts.
But, you always been saying NASCAR 09, like,
Yeah,
the
09
damn
had Gordon
thing.
on the cover.
Yeah.
At least from what I remember, the one I played for the 360 and PS3 actually had both editions. I played them both online.
My very first NASCAR game was Thunder 03.
There's actually a gamer tag that I'm thinking of right now, but I'm not going to call this out until we do our podcast. But they were the first person to give me a setup on NASCAR online, and I'm going to call them out.
Do I know the person?
I don't know what their gamer tag is now, but I know what it was then, and I don't know if you know him. No. But it was. I will give one hint. He was as big in the plate racing online as
I don't know NASCAR.
No, Pro Boss at the time.
Oh.
Pro Boss was around back in 09 as well, but no, this other guy, he actually gave me a setup, and he ran lobbies the same way that Pro Boss did, every week. So I don't know if the community will still remember his name, but we're gonna mention that when we do our background podcast. But yep, that was first time I got a setup from anyone. So, but yeah, I know how it is as you get into these and first time going online. It was a big change for me, so I'm sure for you. When did you? That's the question I want to ask. Was that your first online game? Were you doing 09, or were you? Was your online, like I know you mentioned earlier you were on Heat 4? So was that your first online experience, or did you were you on a game before that online?
No, 08, 09 is when I really started like diving in online. I really didn't mess with it too much before then. You know what I mean? And I always kind of, I always loved NASCAR games, but never on a controller. You know what I mean? So I always had some kind of like, some kind of like crap wheel like setup or or something, or I try not to use the controller that much. Just wasn't much of a fan of playing racing games with the controller. So yeah, but like 08, 09, like I said, I remember Elliott Sadler being on the front of 08, I think, and maybe that was one of the first ones that had multiple editions covers for it or whatever. So, but yeah, that's when I really kind of just kind of really got into it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right on Flash. You and Flash might have actually raced in the same lobby at some point in time, honestly.
Probably.
Because I know that
tag always been what it is right now.
Oh, I don't think this is
Yeah. This is the one I've had. You talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is the one I've had from the very beginning. It's never changed.
We probably have. Honestly, yeah. I feel like I remember it, but like I don't know. It's been so long. Ago
He's also gotten really old.
In those lobbies, but yeah, I mean, my gamer tag's the exact same since I made this gamer tag. I believe it was early 2008 since I've had this gamer tag. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
so
heating for
we
like
might
8
have. We might
years.
have been
Well, from
racing
like,
in there.
sorry,
Don't
5,
didn't
6
even know.
years. Just
Huh?
this one's been over a year now.
Well, yeah, you're one now. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been heathing though for quite a long time at this point.
Yeah.
There's points now, DB, where like people that I know like out like in real life that I play Xbox with don't even call me by my real name anymore. They just call me heathen.
Yeah, yeah.
But granted, it's also like a comfort thing. Like I answer heathen when I do my real name anyway. So except my family,
Yep.
that's the only thing I answer to my
Hey,
real
I've
name
heard
by.
your mom call you heathen, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Where
Well,
I
she
got
does-
Dirty Bird from was
That was my
Was,
question.
was you gonna ask that too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll
Perfect.
wait.
Perfect.
You can wait.
Well, speaking of, since you want to already talk about it, how did you get your name Dirty Birds?
All right. So, growing up in North Carolina in the era that I grew up, this was pre Carolina Panthers era. Talking
Oh, this is
NFL
gonna be a good
football.
story.
Yeah,
Okay.
football.
Yeah. So this is pre
Football
NFL.
podcast now,
So
boys.
on TV on Sundays in at my house, you got the Redskins and you got the Falcons on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
picked
not
up
just
on the
team.
Falcons. Then one of my favorite teams of all time was the '98 Falcons that went to the Super Bowl and got blew out by Elway's Broncos. So that team was called the Dirty Birds for the famous Jamal Anderson dance, and so picked up Dirty Bird. I wore 33 in high school playing hoops. So there's Dirty Bird 33, and that's it.
Well, I was about to ask
That
where
is
that 33
a
came
story
from.
right there.
I know. I know. Our one guest before, Chevy Man. His name is SVG Chevy Man 87. I asked what 87 was. Mind you, he drives the 87 truck in CRL. So I'm like, okay,
But
maybe
it
it's
had
'cause he
nothing
likes.
to do with that.
Yeah, it's because he was born in 1987. I joke like, well, you were born in 1687, honestly, because like, I mean, I mess with him
Well,
all
we
the
ain't gotta worry
time.
about this with Dirty Bird. I don't think he was born in 1933, so.
I hope not.
A little bit
Well,
of
so would be our oldest guest.
No, I think Gator might have been. Gator was 40 something, wasn't
Gator?
he? No, he's 50. Never mind, I'm stupid.
No, he's 60 something. He's like 64.
Oh, well,
Uh,
even better.
I'm sure he'll like your
Um,
number better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 2000 baby, so it's hard to forget my age.
Yeah. Sometimes we wish Y2K happened and you wouldn't have been born. I mean, what?
Same. I don't know how you're talking about, but same.
Y2K.
I'm
What
94
was that?
myself, so.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like,
Okay,
yeah, a bunch of young bucks.
I'll wait and let you ask the questions now. I won't say anything. I don't want to ruin
Okay,
any more of your
so-
questions.
What I'm gonna do the rest
No,
of
it's
the
perfect.
ones that we had from the post I did earlier before
Okay. All right.
before you answer them without we're just talking randomly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be psychic.
So Lone Wolf, who we had on last week actually, he asked, how hard is it to stream a lot of races? I'm assuming he's talking about because we talked about this before we started recording, and you stream like. It feels like like JP Big Dogs runs like we call him in PSS chat. He's Mr. 97 leagues because he's in damn near every single league on Heat 5. Pretty much it feels like.
Yeah.
So
Pretty accurate number.
I'm about to change your name. You should change your name to Mr. 87 League Broadcaster.
Yeah.
So how so he wants to know like how hard is it to like not only like balance your time personal life and then balance your life with all the streaming and all that because you do several races at night, I'm assuming.
Right now, the only time I do more than one at night is planned anyway. Sometimes sporadic races come up, but planned. I do a triple header on Sundays, but otherwise Monday
Damn.
1, Tuesday 1, Thursday 1, occasional Friday 1, Saturday 1. So.
And like they're all
Just-
really good leagues too. I watched your stream today and
Yeah.
They had a giant ass field tonight. Like it was
They did.
massive.
They
I
did.
know that one of the cars was the
At
Dale
Dover,
Senior
too, yeah.
throwback. I think. I think it was. It was like a black number. I forget what number
with
it
the
was.
silver
but
lettering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not hard if you prepare well, I guess, so to speak. So what I do normally is, like on Sundays when I have my triple header, I do overlays and put every team's league logos on the screen and all that kind of stuff. So I allow myself at least 20 to 30 minutes to get all that ready per race. You know what I mean? And like on Sundays, I give every league a 2-hour block.
Yeah.
And so normally they're done an hour and a half or close to 2 hours. So that gives me a little bit of time to get everything set up for for the next stream. So yeah, and most of that stuff I can set up before the race starts to so I'm just a couple clicks away of getting everything going. But it's not hard. Everybody's like, oh, you're doing so many leagues. I am. Yeah, I am. But if you prepared enough for it, it's not. Once the race starts, man, it's gravy. You know what I mean? It's just watching the race. It's calling the race. It's enjoying some great racing. That kind of stuff. All the prep and everything leading up to it is what takes a little while to to get it up and running and and all that kind of stuff. And you always want a little bit of prep to what's the storylines heading into the race of the night. Who won last week? Where are we at on the schedule? Are we getting close to playoffs? Are we mid-season? All this kind of stuff. So just what storylines are available? Who's dominating? Who's not? Who's all that kind of stuff. So just a little preparation makes it all very easy. I do 7 leagues, I think it is. But here's the thing: it's like like the league that you guys are in. You guys are runs on Monday. Truck leagues. You guys run sporadic. You know what I mean? So so let me shout out my leagues here. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So,
shout out all your leagues. That's what we're
all
about.
right, so I have on Monday nights Pure Speed Elite Series that you guys ride in. My boy Heathen won there a couple weeks ago, so make sure you go check that out on my Twitch stream.
Oh, it's still there?
And Flash runs there, but he sucks.
Well, now
sorry.
it's got to be over on YouTube by now.
Well, you post on YouTube.
I transfer everything on YouTube.
Nice.
Yep.
I didn't know that. So
I didn't know that either.
You can promote your YouTube then, and we'll put it in the description of the YouTube link too. Just send me over though. Just tell me whatever your thing is, and I'll have Mr. Quack over here put it in the description.
Perfect.
For the podcast, in the podcast, whatever. So if you want to, go look, go watch any of his prior broadcasts, league broadcasts, whatever. If you want to watch me cry on stream, go to his YouTube page and tell him that the CRL podcast sent you.
That's right. I just sent that link over to you too. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so Pure Speed Elite Series on Monday. Tuesday, I do ECR trucks. Elite Cup racing. Wednesday, no racing. I have I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm just started a wrestling podcast. Me and a couple buddies.
I have.
Yeah, we're.
I was gonna ask how I get on it, but y'all do it so early, and I'm at work. So.
Well, we'll talk about it. All right. So Thursdays, Ultimate Racing League Cup Series. I don't have anything scheduled on Fridays, but sometimes I do. I do Midnight Club Racing League. They race at midnight on Fridays, so I do him occasionally. And
that's about the time we finish our second stage.
Tonight it was,
yeah. Same as what you guys run, and so
we start at 10:30 on Fridays, but
like I said, it's our longest race either way. So
Yeah, because
We normally
we
do.
do Xfinity 100%, and those
Yeah,
days
we
so
normally
long as
finish
hell.
up around
Yeah.
1:15, sometimes
It's
1:30.
12 o'clock to 1 normally.
Yeah.
Well, 12:30 to
well,
1.
yeah,
Depending
at the
on
end
how
of yeah.
fast, how many cautions, how many races we go. We had decent amount of manuals tonight, so was the reason why it took so damn long. But
Yeah. So
who you doing Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday Elite Cup Racing Cup Series, and then Sunday's their triple header. Infantry Racing League is at 7/6 Central. The middle race is Carolina Racing League at 9/8 Central, and then the nightcap is the newest league I've brought on over the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's going really well. Putting out some really good races. High Performance Racing Series. They run Sunday nights, 11 Eastern, 10 Central. So pop a triple header every Sunday night, man. It's going really well, man. It's awesome. So that's all the leagues that I do regularly, sporadically, that kind of stuff. But they all
They were
work
streaming infantry today, correct?
tonight.
Earlier,
Yeah,
like 7 o'clock or whatever. You were streaming that. I think it was around 7. I think. Then I know I
Sometimes
popped
when
in
I'm
there,
available.
and I will say you have whenever the news got, I know, like, whenever the news got leaked out, I know that I was hinting at it for several weeks now about
Sure.
stuff happening. I was like, what's today's date? I was like April 23rd or whatever was the date that I put on. I replied. I think it was on one of your tweets, whatever, and I was like, April 23rd, and with the eyes, whatever, and no one knew what the hell we were talking about. Me and you did. No one else did. Flash
Right.
didn't know. I kept a secret from everybody.
That's really cool.
It's hard for me to do that sometimes, especially with Flash. I tell Flash literally everything about my entire life. He's like, yeah, shut the hell up sometimes. But I kept this from him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Well,
pretty
to be
cool,
fair,
man.
you can post anything on Facebook. I'm not gonna see it right away anyway, because
Those on Twitter.
Oh well.
And then he
on Twitter.
posted it. He posted it.
I'm actually
Whenever
surprised I
the
didn't see
news,
it. Then it was on Twitter.
whenever the news broke out, because after we post the podcast with Cowboy last week, I spilled the bags a little bit and said that we have DB on this week, and within not even 10 minutes, it's
No, I mean,
on
you kept saying DB, and I knew it was gonna be soon because we were talking about it, but you never specifically said
it's
when.
on. He posted it on every single NASCAR community page he's in. He posted it on his own personal thing. It was on his Twitter. It was everywhere. So I want to thank you for the what the hell is the word for it?
Publicity.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Hey,
the promotion.
It's hard. It's
promotion.
big
There
word
you
for
go.
me.
Yeah, nah, man. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Supporting the pod. You guys, everybody just helping each other out, man. That's what it's all about. That's why I like, I don't want to ruin any question or nothing, but that's why I kind of wanted to talk about a race I got coming up here soon.
Oh,
Go ahead.
That was one of the main reasons why, because that was the main reason why we actually set this date, because we wanted to do it a week before.
This is what triggered it. Yep.
Yeah, because our stuff goes out on Sundays at noon.
Right.
And if we did it next week, it would have been out after your race would have happened. Yep. And we were like, no, I don't want this. I was like, I don't want this. I want it to be out before, so it can bring publicity to you guys and awareness to whatever you're doing, which I think, by the way, is dope as hell what you're doing.
Thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
If I'm hoping I work 2 to 10 on Saturdays, so I'm hoping. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to make it, but I'm gonna try my best to. Because that'd be, dope to run with them. Whatever. I'm not gonna spoil too much because I know you're gonna talk about it here in a couple minutes, but I'm hoping I can at least participate in this event. But there's one more question that we got on the thing.
Sure. Yeah.
And I saved the best for last.
All right, let's hear it.
Mr. Marty Hensley, aka Rock NASCAR.
Oh, Rocky
I didn't know
Rock,
about this
the
either.
Godfather.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
He Also, I want to thank you for not looking at this post, by the way, earlier, because you very well could have looked at it.
Yeah,
Say,
no,
my
He's
name's
asking
in
about
here.
why did you come to him on the day of his daughter's wedding?
Huh? We did.
Like the
I'm
Godfather.
lost. What?
On the day of his daughter's
okay,
wedding.
yeah,
Oh my
The
God.
Godfather. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yo,
I'm
get
young.
with
I don't
it. The
know this stuff.
Godfather. Come on.
My bad.
So, Rock asked, he's like, question for DB. What
All right.
got you into broadcasting / commentary for the racing community?
Okay, this is the greatest question right here. This is the best question, honestly.
Yeah, Rock.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, put to you like this, to kind of branch off my earlier story. I was getting a little burnout, right, and I seen the bigger broadcasters, Pete, Atlanta, Rick James, I'm not sure about Frozen Toes, I'm assuming she probably did some Xbox.
She still does stuff here.
She still
Every now
does
and again.
stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know she's got her own league and stuff too. Yeah. So
Shake and bake.
yeah. So a great league. So it was, so I seen, like these guys kind of moving over to iRacing, and there was a ton of Xbox leagues out there that I know was good and was worthy of being broadcasted, right? Being on Twitch or whatever, and and at the same time too is like iRacing is awesome. It's freaking amazing. It's great. You know what I mean? Like but not everybody's gonna do it. And it's not gonna always be the only main racing platform as long as consoles are around, you know what I'm saying? So, just looking at that, is, so I just thought, why don't I give it a shot and see where it goes. Like I said, I scrapped up a couple leagues to give me a shot, not even really knowing anything. I could have been absolutely horrible, and I probably was. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but and if it was bad, then I guess it probably wouldn't have made it very long, but yeah,
But other people we know, won't say any names though, but
but
knows.
yeah, so so I've seen a lot of good leagues out there that I know could put on some good races. So I just kind of decided to start doing that, and give some of these other leagues a shot of like honestly, like I wish I could every league that contacts me about being about getting on my channel, or or if I have any open slots, I wish I could put them all on, whether they just started yesterday or they've been together for 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Because it's something fun, it's something to race for, and with a stream platform like Twitch, it allows people to be able to watch these races like your friends and your family, like how cool is it if you got to a championship 4 race and and your family could watch, if you're a parent, your kids can watch, if you're or your spouse, I mean, just like a platform like that for I mean, yeah, it's a game, but all of us
But it's
put
right
time
there and
into
accessible to
it.
where you can
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and these days, we can send a link to grandma on her phone, and all she's got to do is just click on it, and she can go watch you race. You know what I mean? So,
And
I
she'll
would
see
say-
it.
so that's cool.
She'll share that on Facebook. So you ain't gonna.
Yeah.
With all her old friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
all
And
they-
that
So
just
your
opens it up more.
so your age
Along-
demographic
along with
won't
her
be all
quote of
young
the day.
kids.
Right. And what she ate for lunch.
But like you said though, you said about your spouse or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
lucky enough to have my quote unquote spouse race with me in my championship 4 races. They're broadcasting them for
Yeah.
me, aka Flash.
Uh,
It's a joke we have
Flash.
going on. It's
Yeah.
a joke we have. We've had this going on since he joined PSCS like 2-3 years ago. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I just
so we do
wanted
it
to
together.
put broadcast as many as I could. Try to jump on with a couple leagues. I'm able to. I love giving away prizes to. Giving the guys and girls a chance to, race for something, to have something to say that, hey, they raced for this and won. Have something, that shows that, their dedication, I guess, to the game, to get better pays off, doing something, which, brings me to my race I'm putting on April 29th.
Yes, sir. 1 week.
All right. Yeah. So this, so by the time this come out, it'll be next Thursday. Well, it's still next Thursday today. So yeah. So next Thursday.
This Thursday coming up. It'll be.
Yeah. So this was my idea for this race. Okay. So back when I was with a Little on High Side Racing League, me and a couple other guys in the league put on a race. We called it was the Christmas Clash. We did it at Daytona. It went pretty well. It had some rough issues. So anyway, it was the first time I ever do it. So anyway, so I wanted to do it again, but do something a little different this time. And so what I decided to do is April 29th at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. I live in Illinois now, and we did not disappointed. We're not getting the Chicagoland race this year. So, in efforts to kind of keep the Chicagoland memory alive, so to speak, I guess, and also in conjunction with putting on a race for, I took 6 of the leagues that I do races for, and I asked them. I said, look, I want 3 guys from each league. Not necessarily your 3 best guys. You don't have to give me your 3 top gunners, just give me 3 guys that represent from your league, and, I'm going to put on a race at Chicagoland. It's going to be a 50% race. Like I said, April 29th, 8-7 Central, 6 leagues, 3 drivers each league, 18 drivers. Just to go out, a race to kind of put on the platform for these guys to race for a little prizes, step outside of the league action, hopefully it all goes very well, and these guys are able to all race with each other. Everybody in this race races on my channel, every week. So, anybody that tunes in to see this race can tune in later to see them race another time on my channel. So, just wanted to do a race like this to kind of expose, kind of help get everybody's name out there, a little more than just a regular league race, with the 6 different races. So, I'm putting up some awesome prizes. I'm kind of doing it a little differently. I'm not doing your usual first, second, third place, prizes. What I'm doing is my prizes are all on my social media, by the way, but I'll just describe them to you real quick. Winner of this race is going to take home a Dale Earnhardt Sr. diecast, a Jeff Gordon diecast, a bunch of different stickers from a bunch of different leagues. I got an old Dale Senior air freshener. That goes to the winner. A bunch of little odds and ends, stuff like that. And then instead of second and third place, I'm giving prizes to the overall best team finish. So whichever team finishes has the best average finish is going to take home a prize of a Bill Elliott diecast, also another random diecast, air freshener as well, a bunch of stickers. So just something to, like I said, to step outside of league action, to just to have a race, to have fun, you know what I mean, and put a little prize on the line, have a little camaraderie, hopefully, with all the other leagues, that are racing in it. So, these guys are all excited. I'm announcing the rosters on Monday, And then so Thursday coming up, man, I'm excited to get this one going. And then right after that, man, I got a really big, really big announcement I'm going to make around the 1st of May. So I know I kind of teased it to you guys in the beginning here before we started. So, but
it's big.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
That's
man.
all I can say is it's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I'm excited.
I already know that as well.
I will say this. My primary sponsor is Coastland Apparel. Let me plug them real quick. www.coastlandapparel.com. Use promo code BIRDTV, BIRDTV for 15% off your order, guys. These are they're my primary sponsor. They're an apparel company out of North Carolina. They they have awesome beachwear, hats, shirts, comfortable. My wife loves their hoodies. But
I love hoodies.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But main thing is they support us, man. They love. I was telling the guys before we came on, they love kind of what we do. They didn't know a whole lot about it getting into it, but they jumped on with me here, and they're really on to everything that we do, and they love it. So I kind of been talking to them, and we talked about an idea of putting on a race in May, and Coastland Apparel is going to come on for I'm going to do it's going to be I don't know all the particulars yet, but I will tell you what I will already know. I've been saving it just for this podcast.
Exclusive right here.
Exclusive right here only. Yep.
Told
There
on
we
the
go.
CRL podcast.
Yep.
So
No dates locked in stone yet, but announcing around the 1st of May, Coastland Apparel is come on. They're going to host the Coastland Apparel Queen City Showdown in Charlotte, North Carolina, or Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's going to be a custom paint scheme truck race. And I'm going to just say this. Coastland Apparel is putting up a heck of a first place prize. I'm not going to now say it yet, but they are putting up a heck of a first place prize. So it's going to be big, man. I was excited when they came to me with this idea for a prize, man. So I think everybody's going to be lining up to get in this race, man. I don't even know how I'm going to do it yet, but I tell you this, man, I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up for everybody that's going to have a shot at these prizes, and then I'll put up some prizes too. But Coastland is they're coming out big, man. They're swinging for the fences on this one, man. So somebody whoever wins this
Absolutely.
race is going to be pretty happy. I can say that.
Well,
Yes.
since I don't know if since Ross starting out, I don't know if I'm in the race on Thursday. I can because I'm off Thursdays, but I will say you can mark my ass down for that race. Charlotte's one of my favorite tracks, so
Yeah, that's Coastland's backyard track, so that's why we're there.
Hell yeah.
That is amazing.
As
And I
a
gotta
pre-
say too, I
also-
want to mention real quick. I want to mention what you're doing with that those leagues that you do, and you're doing that kind of a tournament race for all the leagues. You're having 3 drivers come, and the prize you got, I think that's amazing, because it's more about like for what you're doing. The winners will receive something that, if they're big into NASCAR, that means a lot to them. They get that die cast of Earnhardt, Gordon.
I
like
know
you
the
said.
senior stuff
Sure,
hits
2
home
legends.
to me.
2 legends.
Yeah.
That was my dad's
I
favorite
love
driver,
that
so
idea. Yeah,
that's why I was like, I won
yes.
in.
that's amazing.
And-
I mean,
And go ahead.
I get people love the cash prize, like you said, what you got coming up here
I don't care
after
about
that.
It's
But
just
I mean,
racing.
I think it's a great idea to do that for to have like a die cast prize and stuff involved in that, like you said, air freshener and all that, like some of that classic stuff that you don't see as much anymore with like modern NASCAR. I mean, everything was branded back in the day for NASCAR. I mean, it was
Right.
and I hope it comes back to that. I really do. I mean, like, I hope you could see that in your corner store, everything branded NASCAR. I miss that. I mean, like, I remember as a kid just going in the store and everything you see, like, it had a NASCAR branding on it. You look at chapstick,
Right.
it was the official chapstick of NASCAR, or the, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
you said
yeah,
about the air freshener, official air freshener of NASCAR. So
yeah.
I
And we
love that.
bought it because it said NASCAR on
Yep,
it.
I
exactly.
will
Yeah,
ask you though, for just you, for people that don't know,
sure.
the race Thursday,
Uh-huh.
the Chicago race, is that custom or presets?
It is presets. It is
Is
a
that what
50.
the race in May will be
Mo-
as well?
Most
Most likely.
likely, because my argument for that is that it levels out the playing field a
Yeah,
little
for
more
sure.
instead of coming down to whoever just has the best setup.
You
So
have track
especially
bar and Bolt
yeah,
coming
yeah,
in and kicking
yeah.
everybody's
So
ass.
right, yeah, yeah.
They don't
So
need the
everybody
extra
come
money.
in.
They
Yeah,
have their
everybody
pro
come in
boot
with a
checks.
level playing field, and and then you can tune it,
Yeah.
as you go. But yeah, this Thursday, 8/7 Central, Twitch TV slash Dirty Bird 33. It's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who's going to win it. I hope all goes well because I want to. My plan is I want to do these every other month. Is to
Oh.
try to do a race every other month, and so Coastland is already on. So, if for the next race in June, so if all goes well, then we could do another one in August, and maybe we can get Rowdy to come on board for this one, and which is my other affiliate sponsor. So maybe we can get them to come on board for something. But Coastland is they're super pumped, man. They love watching our races. They support what we do here, and they check out the videos, and they're. I was just ecstatic that they would want to come on and be and give such a generous gift, should I say, to my channel for these races, man. So it's it's just Coastland's made it all fun and happy, here so far, with them kind of backing me, and and in return, on my wrestling podcast on Wednesdays, we wear Coastland apparel during our shows, and that kind of stuff, and drink Rowdy just to help support back back to them. So but yeah, so excited for those, man, and as long as everything goes well, then we'll keep doing them. I think looking at the roster, it's going to be a fun competitive race, and I mean, everybody's gunning to win, but also at the same time, everybody's gunning to finish well too, because if you can't win, it's a pretty good consolation team prize there if you don't
Oh,
win.
yeah.
So, and if you win
Consistency
the
will be
race
key
and
that
your
race.
team wins, you rack up pretty well. What's that?
Oh yeah, I said consistency that was gonna be the key factor. Pretty much is
Yeah.
because I mean I don't know if PSCS is in there, but
Yeah, they
hopefully they
are.
can pull
They're
through.
in it. Yeah,
Man, I
let's talk
wasn't
about
even
who all's
talking. Yeah, can I?
who all's in
I
it.
know
Yeah,
who's on the PN roster. I don't know who's in it because I wasn't told about it. And I know
all right,
he's
well,
not involved in this, unfortunately.
well,
He
Pure
wants to be
Speed
though.
Elite Series is in it.
I mean, yes, Blaze is in there.
High Performance Racing Series is in it. I'm not going to release rosters. You can guess if you want, but I'm not.
Damn.
I'm more officially let them go on Monday.
Okay.
So Pure Speed Elite
I'll be
Series,
waiting.
High Performance Racing Series, Carolina Racing League, E Midnight Club, Ultimate Racing League, and then who's the other one I'm missing? Impact Racing League. So there's your 6. So 18 drivers, 3 from each league. It's gonna be fun, man. Like I said, doing it in Chicago to kind of help, to kind of somewhat have a race there this year, for me at least. So
Yeah.
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 Hey,
So
and that, as you said, Heathen too, it's gonna be important.
Mhm.
It's gonna be about consistency for the
Yeah.
overall team win, especially. I mean,
right.
you could have a guy go out there and win the race, but then his teammates finish Well, you got 18 guys. Yeah, I mean, you finished 17th and 18th, and then
That's not
that doesn't
good
do
overall.
nothing. Yeah,
Right.
I would say, I'll make
back in.
predictions, but I would say a team is going to probably win by having two of their three in the top five. I feel like so. I'm gonna go with that.
That's kind of
what I think.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to change up the format. Because I do giveaways for viewers sometimes. I do giveaways for drivers right now. Yeah, I'm actually I like to do like a solid week of giveaways. So right now, coming out of the Easter break, I'm doing one for all the leagues right now. So as you can probably see me posting those. But yeah, so just just something for all those guys to kind of race for, other than just for the win or second or third. I mean, they are still racing for second or third, but it kind of still puts that team aspect in there still, even though it's not a team race. It is, you know what I mean, but it's so I mean, you're going for the win, but you're also trying to help your team get up there as well. So instead of doing the top three, I thought that'd be kind of fun just to kind of do it that way. So we'll see how this goes, man. It might end up doing something similar at the Charlotte race.
Yeah, I mean, and I love that idea. I mean, honestly, that I mean, we've seen some people try like to do the tournaments with the leagues and all that, but I love your idea of bringing like a couple guys from each of the leagues that you're involved in and bringing that into a race itself. That
Right.
is different from what we've seen. I mean, I know we've seen the tournaments here lately with different ones and bringing it
Sure,
across
sure.
from Xbox to PlayStation and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, like bring in a couple drivers from each of the leagues that, especially that you're involved in, so you know what you're dealing with. You know
Right.
the talent from the leagues. You know you're not going to have no bullshit. Like we,
Yep.
in the
Yep.
best way to put it. But it's
Yep. All these guys are going to have to race on my channel after this race is over. So if they do anything bad, they're going to have to deal with me.
Yep. And
Now,
that was always my biggest complaint when we come down to these like big tournaments and stuff. It's because no matter who's hosting what, that there's always going to be a bias. But when you put it the way you're doing it, there would not be, because
right.
you have that smaller scale in a way. Like you have this a couple drivers from each league. It's not that you're bringing 10 guys from each league and you're having this huge tournament and you're gonna like cut it
Sure.
down or whatever. So
Yeah.
you know what you're dealing with before you go in, and there it is. So
Yeah.
that's definitely going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I was talking about that Christmas Clash race that I did last Christmas. I learned a lot from that race, honestly. It didn't go as good as I wanted it to, but and then again, at the same time, it didn't scare me away from ever doing them again. You know what I mean? So I thought, and what I did was in that race, looking back, it was my first race, so I was learning the ropes. What I did is I said, hey, I'm having this race, I'm gonna, put it on for some prizes, and first 20 guys in that that I've raced with before, that I know then they're all going to get in the race. So so we had 6 guys from this league, 2 from this league, 3 or 4 from this league, you know what I mean? So it was so this way it's more it's more even. There's 3 represented by each team. Nobody's got 6, 7 cars out there against, another 2 or 3, but I really don't want it to be, I mean, it's going to be a race, I really don't want it to be team versus team. I want those guys all to go out there and let it all hang out and go for the win, just like a regular, NASCAR, team does, but still kind of keep the team aspect of it, because, like I said, whoever ends up being the best overall team, can still end up getting prizes. So, and it can make for a different strategy too, because, let's just say after two stages, you got 2 or 3 cars that are, super fast, and maybe a couple of the guys on some of the other teams look at this and go, all right, well, obviously we're not as fast as as some of these other guys, but how can we get all three of us up front to try to have a shot at this at the team prizes, you know what I mean? So it could bring a different aspect to the race than normal.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm back, by the way.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you left.
I texted you, but it's okay. Yeah, what you're doing, 30 is DB is amazing. And I know that like what you were, I caught the tail end of what you were just talking about, and like doing the team aspect type stuff is like what's been done in the past has gave it a really, really bad image because of how it was conducted.
Yep.
Like all the tournament crap and all that. Like a lot of bias stuff goes on, and what you're doing, it's like what you're doing. It's like, it's straight up like if you win, you win. Cool.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, he's taking.
There's no
like I said, he's taking a couple guys from leagues that he's involved in. He knows, the drivers that you're doing, and
he knows everybody that that's racing. So
right.
He knows the talent level, and he knows who's not.
100% support these tournaments and trying to see who's the best of the best, but you have to do it in a way that is unbiased, and what you're doing right there is the perfect way to do that, and hopefully other people take notice of that in the future when they want to do events like that, because you have to have it like that,
Yeah, and I want these to be successful because, as Thursday draws closer, I'm really going to be promoting the crap out of this thing and getting as many eyeballs on it as I can. So I want it to, to be good, for a good race for people to watch, because I want to be able to do more of these, just to have fun and give these guys, something, to race for, other than, like we were talking about, I was listening to Rox, when he was on the podcast, and he was like, he started thinking, he was like, I wanted to do something, to just acknowledge, these guys for winning races, you know what I mean? Just for,
make their commitment mean something.
Yeah. It's like, when you ran a race, it's like, congratulations to, Heathen on his big win at Vegas, like, way to keep on digging, you know what I mean? Like, even though it's just, just a small little post, it's like, hey, my win got acknowledged there.
It's something that he didn't have before. It's a post. It's something that wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for the win.
Obviously, same thing I told Rod, obviously, people inside the league always congratulate you most of the time. But then there's the thing of, when Rock goes outside, when he posts on the community page or whatever, and then outside people, congratulate you, and it's that's, a feeling that, I got when I was playing football. But, doing online stuff, it's always been, self-centered, kind of in the same in between the league I'm in, whatever, at that point in time, because I only run 2 leagues full time. I run in CRL and PSCS. That's really all I run in, because that's the only time I really have time for, because work schedule and all that. But
sure,
I help run 4 different leagues. I own a clan. I own stuff that can't be talked about yet, but working on stuff that hopefully, will blow up eventually at some point in time. But, that's down the road at some point. I already have my investments made. So hopefully it pans out in the future, but nothing, is being talked about anytime soon. But, but when it does, though, I know who I'm going to at one of the things, by the way.
I think that's a little bit of a hint there.
Hey. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
I can talk about it because I own it, but I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil anything. Because I
Yeah,
know
no.
with you and all your with your sponsors and all, like you put your time and energy into it. Like you fully support them, and like and you go above and beyond with the clothing company
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you work with. So
yeah. Well,
um that's what
it's like we kind of talked
want to do.
about before we came on here. You know, we were talking about just getting a sponsor, that kind of stuff. So, I just want them to know that I'm fully supporting them. I'm sending them links to races. I'm sending them clips of races, and with the Coastland logo on the screen, and and that's that kind of stuff. So, they want to know that that you're providing a good representation of what they are, and I appreciate them rolling the dice, on me, not really knowing a whole lot about what I was doing, or what I was getting into, and now they think it's awesome. They think it's great. I mean, obviously they want to do their own race now. So I mean that shows you how involved they are, and want to be, with kind of what we're doing here, in the racing community. So it's it may be as big as it's ever been, online racing, with the thanks of with quarantine and all, kind of shooting it to the moon, like already. So you know so it's good to have it's good to have guys like that on your side. And like, I mean, I still feel lucky that that they want to be a part of everything. So it's really cool to have somebody, a company, have your back like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the main things that I've looked forward in the sponsors, like being fully behind me. When I used to race dirt bikes and all that, obviously Flash knows I was a monster kid. Um, I know that you're a rowdy guy, but I was a monster kid when I was racing dirt bikes and all that, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it they were actually a lot more supportive than what I initially thought they were. Me being so young at the time, like I was like, okay, I'm a punk ass kid, and it's like I don't think they're gonna like be fully supportive of what I wanted to do. Like,
Right.
but they were like they surprised the hell out of me. Like if I asked if I had an idea, or whatever, like they actually took it and like took it into consideration at the least, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah. Man, that's great,
yeah,
man. That's awesome.
hell yeah,
That's awesome. It's like when you know with Coastland, I mean, they've been around for a while, but they're really trying to get their name out, and when they gave me the promo code to pass to my fans and viewers and people that watch my streams, for 15% off. And then, that was cool on top of it. And then now to see my friends and family and, and racers in leagues send me pictures of Coastland shirts and hats and, and stuff that they bought, man. It's like, it's awesome, and mind blowing too, a little bit, that kind of what I'm doing and having a blast at and having fun is creating some positive things, like for other people too, so it's uh it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. It keeps the community thriving. Really, I mean, everything that everyone's involved in and doing like that, it's a big part of what we try to do every day. And I mean, you're a huge part of that. I mean, you maintain that. I mean, and you're into it. I mean, and well, like I said, this race you got coming up. I mean, everything involved in that, it helps grow the community and keeps them involved and everything. I mean, and I know your sponsors that you have are happy to see that as well. So, and then they love that. So it's just a win-win situation all around, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, definitely, man. It's worked out really well, man. It's it's worked out really good, and and they and like I said, they support everything that I've done so far. They like the ideas of the giveaways that I do. And I always I have a lot of stickers. I have a lot of stickers, so I always give away a lot of stickers with die casts and stuff, and and stickers are always big in the racing community because people want to put them on their wheels or on their their cars or their computers or TVs or whatever. So those are always fun to go along with the diecasts, and stuff too. So,
Yeah, that's awesome that you with that too. You give those out. I mean, it's a big part of like you said, they love to do that with their diecasts. And I mean, I got out of it the last several years, but I had a huge collection of diecast back in the day, especially I don't know how many 1/64th scale cars I had dating back to the first ones in the when they first had them. I mean, they first started making them, I guess, for NASCAR in the 80s, but they had the the replicas from like the 60s and 70s, and you had some of those in the 80s up to the 90s, and I loved collecting those. And
I always like looking at the old ones because back in the old days when they had liquor advertisements and tobacco advertisements, the diecast, they're like I was a big fan of Harry Gant growing up.
Yes.
And so all his diecast was just a green car because the Skull Bandit,
put the tobacco,
yeah.
That was the best looking car. Honestly, it's still the best looking paint scheme in my opinion.
Yeah, I love it. That's another thing too, man. We were talking about that earlier about diecast. That's kind of a lot of the times why, when I do give away, is like I go for the classics. Like Rusty and Gordon and Earnhardt, and then middle of the road guys like this weekend I'm giving away a Ernie Irvan Skittles paint scheme from like in the 90s, and some old Jeff Burtons and stuff like that.
That was 1998, I believe,
97,
98.
Yeah, good memory. Yeah. So just stuff like that, just to kind of help preserve, because everybody's watching today's sports, so everybody knows who's out on the track now, But it's like if somebody wins a Rusty Wallace or something, it might make them go, look up, well, what did Rusty do? You know what I mean? So you kind of, So to me, I hope it inspires maybe a little bit of historian. What's the word I'm looking for?
Nostalgia, I guess.
Yeah. Nostalgia, maybe spark interest, I guess.
Spark interest to the classics of
there you go.
Of what the sport's been through,
Yeah.
And you mentioned Harry Gant. You had when you talking about the Skull Bandit, they called him Mr. September. I think it was 1991,
yes,
1991. Where it was 91 where he
was a heck of a run.
Yeah, five in a row.
5 in a row. Yeah, that was
never been done since.
Yeah, that was his biggest feat, pretty much, because he never won a championship.
Yep.
So he, but I grew up like that era. I grew up Darrell Waltrip fan. All my family was all Earnhardt. I was Waltrip. I always kind of went against the grain. It was funny. I'm a huge Celtics fan because my dad was a Lakers fan growing up. So it's that kind of stuff. So I always loved D-Dub and Harry Gant, Tim Richmond. Like what I mean, like the rock stars of the '80s. Like in early '90s. So, but anyway, that's kind of why I kind of always give away some of those old school diecasts. A little.
Yeah, I love them myself too. And you talk about the diecast and stuff. It makes me think back. It really the diecast market. It really sucks now too because it's so down from what it used to be. They don't produce them like they used to, especially for like the modern drivers. Everybody has their classics and they like to have those, but like you don't really see the diecast in the same way with the modern NASCAR. And I remember as a kid, there was this store right down from my house where you could go up. There was a sports store. But at the time, NASCAR was going through its heyday, like it was the biggest part of the store. Maybe the only other spot that would be as big would be NFL at the time. You know, you had your
Right.
jerseys and all that, but they had a whole wraparound case of like NASCAR diecast and it like the 124 scale, the 164 scale. They had the bigger cars, you know, like the what were they? What was it, 112th or 113? Like the real big ones that you don't see anymore at all.
Anymore, yeah.
And like in you know the jackets, the yeah, actually like you know they actually had like pit crew stuff. They had like signed tires and stuff. It's all gone away now, and I really hate that. It's
Yeah.
it's so much
Yeah.
so it was so much better like with back in the day, and I really hope that makes a resurgence. I hope people get back into the diecast aspect because that helps the sport as a whole as well to be involved in that and making that extra money off the top with people involved in collecting and all that. But one thing they've lost, and I hope they get it back.
Well, I know my brother Ethan. You know Ethan, right? Flash.
Yeah.
He I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you have it on Facebook or whatever, but him as of late, he has bought, God, I don't know, like 40 diecasts. Every time that he goes to Walmart, he always gets the 164s. Every single one that he doesn't have, he always gets them.
I'm glad
He
you
has a
mentioned
whole
Walmart
damn wall.
because that is one spot that still carries them. You know,
It's
in some way.
Yeah. You
And
usually
that-
have
They
a
don't
decent
ever sell-
variety.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a Kyle Larson one though. I've seen one. It was
Well,
the Cars
and they're
one.
not,
but...
and they're not the same quality as what they used to be. They're this plastic, and it's not.
No, they're metal at Walmart.
Yeah, well, yes, but I mean, like I'm talking about like with the ones you could get back at least 10 years ago, before they stopped doing them. You could get the even the 164 scale. They had the real rubber tires. You opened the hood on the 164th scale, like full engine detail and everything. They got away from all of that, and but I mean, I'm glad to see they still carry it. I guess you know NASCAR's at a weird place now. They're trying to regrow their fan base, and I really hope it continues. That's one big part I would love to see again. Like I was just telling Dirty Bird, I would love to see that resurge. That
I was here the entire time.
yeah, but well, yeah, no, you weren't. But okay, we'll go with that.
Of course.
I mean, I was here for the last like 5 minutes. I was letting y'all talk.
But yeah, that's one thing that NASCAR needs to focus on as well. I mean,
sure.
they have their drivers they have picked out. I mean, honestly, we see it every day. They're pushing who they want to push. I mean, obviously, Bubba Wallace is one of them.
I actually have never seen Bubba Wallace diecast.
That's what I'm saying. They could push him with a diecast. They could bring diecast back just by pushing him because I mean they're pushing him anyway. So might as well, you know, make that into a diecast and make that
make it
popular.
to a diecast. Put the Jordan logo on it. 23.
Bro,
Off to the
advertise it.
races.
as
Off to
soon
the
when
races.
all I'm saying is 2311 needs to have a Jordan sponsored car at some point this year.
Yeah, exactly.
If they
I mean,
don't,
like I said,
I'm going to hurt something.
if nothing else good comes out of that new team and everything, if it can bring back the popularity of the diecast and the collectability of NASCAR memorabilia,
It's brought more
There
viewers
you go.
into with Jordan's fan base. Like,
yeah, for sure.
But all I'm saying though, Flash, is I know we definitely we have a lot more to talk about with DB, but I'm gonna save it for the next time he's on, because there will be a next
No,
time.
I know we've been rolling. We're
There will
there-
be
there-
a next
there-
time.
There will
Over
be a
an hour and
next
a half.
time. Yeah, we're
Had a
over an hour and
blast,
a half
man.
right
That's
now.
fun.
So
That's fun.
but
Maybe I'll
before-
come on. You know, I mean, I'll come on whenever you guys want, but maybe I'll definitely come on before. So
Yeah,
mark me
before-
on.
yeah,
When
before
I
that-
find a date
yeah.
for the Queen
message
City
me
race.
about it. We
I
are
will.
not gonna
yeah,
release
please
any
come on for
date,
that. That would be awesome.
but
Yep.
you know, we'll have you on the week before.
Perfect.
So we can promote that. Other than that, is there anything else you would like to promote, say, or whatever to the people watching?
Well, just just want to shout out all my leagues. You know that the ones that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys about, everything that's going on, on my channel. So, all those guys that, got me started, especially Ultimate Racing League, Carolina Racing League, also a little on the High Side Racing League, those guys out there, I ran with them for over a year. Jet Dryer, Just in My Fist, Salt Packet Papa, High Side Hobie, C. Marcel, 247, a bunch of other guys in and out of the league. So, thanks to all of them for, I guess kind of being a part of the journey and path to getting to getting here to talking to you guys about what's going on the channel. So yeah, just shout out to all of them, man, and all the leagues that are on my channel now, and hopefully I'm doing you guys right, and I know I'm having fun doing it, and they will hopefully continue to flourish. So shout out to all those guys, man, and thank you to you guys too, man. You got an awesome podcast going here. Congratulations on 50 subscribers.
Thank you.
And hopefully next time I talk to you, it'll be 1,050 subscribers.
Oh,
yes.
Don't push us down. Jeez, if we get
let's go for it.
Hey, yeah, let's shoot for the moon, man. Let's. I don't like small victories. I like big ones, baby.
Yep.
God.
Any worse than that, we're still growing, so it don't matter. Honestly, if we don't hit that,
right.
it's just like we're just still going up. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, this was fun, man. Thank you guys for having me on, man.
Thank you for
being
on here. And I will hopefully be talking to you next time that you broadcast a PSCS race. I think we're at Texas this week with all three. I think this week actually. Could be wrong. But I think we're all three.
Afterward, wishing that you won, so you could talk to him in the interview.
Hey, it's Kansas this week. I think but yeah, I'll definitely be talking to you soon.
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds good. Maybe it'll be in Victory Lane on Monday.
Hell yeah. But anyway, buddy, thank you for coming to the podcast tonight.
Absolutely. Great time.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank Quack there in the background, the silent Quack. Can we call him Silent Quack from now on?
Yes.
Silent Quack. Yes.
Like Silent Bob, he can be Silent Quack. We can start a little grassroots effort here to make him a legend. How about it? Silent
Hell
Quack.
yeah. He is a legend. Without him, this would not be possible. So.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. It was fun, man. Can't wait to do it again.
Hell yeah,
yes,
can't wait
sir.
to have
Looking
you
forward to it.
Again.
Having you back. Yep.
Awesome.
All right.
Have a good weekend, boys.
You too, buddy.
You too, man. Thank you.
Now, a word from our sponsor.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
And that was Dirty Birds 33. You can follow him on Twitch at twitch.tv/DirtyBirds33. And YouTube will be in the description down below. Whenever
that
this
is
is
twitch.tv/DirtyBird33.
Yes, sir. See, I thought it was Dirty Birds at first.
Well,
I typed his name in earlier.
So okay.
Yeah.
When I tried to invite him earlier, I typed in Dirty Birds.
Well, here's where I got it, man. Here's where I went with it. Well, I had, it was regular Dirty Bird 33 spelled out just like it said on Xbox. Well, when I created my Twitch account, believe it or not, there was already another Dirty Bird 33. And I was like,
it's your IIRD. That's how I tried to spell your name.
Yeah, my IRD. And I thought, okay, well, so I tried Dirty Bird. That was already taken. And I'm like, all right, well, how about Dirty Bird 33 with 2 eyes? Like 2 eyes in the bird, 2 eyes bird. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll go with it, whatever.
I thought you were a huge designer fan, honestly. But,
Designer fan?
Yeah. He's a rapper, and he spells his name.
You're getting far with it, Ethan. They're gonna know who the hell.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
The Panda song that was like years ago.
Yeah, it
That'd
was
be the only way I
2016.
can tell you who that is.
But thank you though, buddy, for hopping
Oh, no
on
problem, man.
tonight.
Absolutely,
I'll have
man.
to
That
have
was
you
fun.
on here soon.
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna
Anytime,
finish this
man.
podcast. We're gonna finish this podcast up actually. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, we still
Sounds good, man.
gotta
We
get
still
some
got
audio
Quack's
from Mr.
interview.
Quack here,
We
and we
have
gotta do our
picks.
predictions coming up here, folks.
Yeah, and our
So we-
review of shit for the week.
Yes, sir.
Stanley, by the way, all this shit is gonna be cut out. By the way, just letting you know.
Why?
Silent Quack. You
Nah,
got that?
keep it rolling. Fuck it.
All right, boys. Y'all have a good one, man. Thanks again for having me
buddy.
on, man. It was fun.
Oh yeah, it was
Yes,
fun
sir,
having you,
man.
man.
Yeah, anytime, man. This time slot works for me, man. Everybody in the house is asleep, so
right,
anytime,
bet.
man. Let me know.
Yeah, a lot of
It's-
time it
yeah,
doesn't work
my
for people
perfect time
because of the
slot, too,
fact
every
that
Friday.
you know that because it's really late and it's inconvenient for people. But it's like we have not had a single negative comment on any of the streams, so videos, whatever. No negativity at all. It's like
That's
it's
good.
been such a positive thing. That's what we
Yeah.
wanted. Like we just wanted we wanted to bring positivity to like the community because there's some of the community that's not very positive anymore. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We know how it can be, man. So as much positivity as we can spread, the better, man. You guys are doing a hell of a
Exactly.
job, man. So just
appreciate that.
just keep it up, brother. Y'all doing,
Oh,
y'all
Yeah,
doing awesome.
I appreciate that too. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, that's what we want to do from this podcast: just spread as much positivity as possible from the community. Because
Yeah.
we know I can be too. I mean, they've literally made toxic communities because of how it is with heat. So we
Yeah.
want to make it a better environment. Like everybody's just
I
trying to
know
have fun,
Rock's
race.
done
and
that
that's
a lot with his community. Like he's done so much with that. I will say
Yeah.
though, I guess since we're not cutting this bit out. Rock tonight had covered 14 leagues tonight. That spanned 7 hours.
14. That is
I
definitely
think-
his
No, it's
record.
not. No, his record
No?
was 15 last week.
I was
Earlier
going to
this
say
week,
his
he did
record's
15.
15. Yeah.
He just did it earlier
Damn.
this week. He just
Yeah.
broke it
Okay.
earlier this week. Did 15.
Yeah, because I told him the other day. I said if you get 15 and want to do 16 to break it, we'll throw a race together real quick. Get it on my channel. That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
definitely. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, man. It's awesome that he covers he covers so much, man. So
Oh yeah,
I imagine he has like this big lab at home.
He
with,
does.
like 30 monitors.
he does.
You know,
He told us
and
out. He has like
he's-
3 monitors or whatever more than
Yeah.
that now. I think.
Yeah. Maybe we should all buy him an extra monitor for Christmas. It's like our appreciation to him. That's
Oh yeah.
Oh boys, that was fun, man.
Oh yeah, it was fun having you on.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Do you guys all got stickers from me?
I am going to either figure out how to get one, or I'm gonna figure out a way to get one.
You can send me your name and or address is all I need, man. I'll send them to you.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
I'll send you my stuff here after I'm done recording the rest of the podcast. I'll send you it over.
Yeah, Yahoo, Facebook.
I'll slap
or
that.
on
I'll
Yahoo,
slap that
or-
stuff on my car.
Yeah, man. I'll hook you up, man. I'll send you a nice little variety.
Hell yeah! Put them all up there.
Hook you up.
Why did
Yep,
Flash
yep.
leave? Oh, that's weird. Uh oh, Stanley, it's me and you now.
Uh-oh. Nope. Silent
Flash
Quack.
went back. Silent
Taking
Quack.
over the pod.
Hell
Taking
yeah.
over the pod.
He's taking over the podcast, man.
All right. So it's Heathen
Well,
and the
thank you.
Silent Quack. That's the new name.
No, he's back.
Hey.
But yeah, thank you, buddy, for hopping on, and we'll definitely have you on sometime in May.
All right, brother. Y'all. Sounds good.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah, y'all too, man. All right, later.
Thank you
Better,
so
buddy.
much, man. Yep.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
So, Flash, you're back.
Yeah, my my brand new Xbox decided to freeze up on me, so that's awesome. But I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You paid no reason for it. So,
Yeah, I
Um,
actually just hit the guide.
hey.
I was on the might as well talk about. I was on the guide button, and I went off of it trying to get off of my Twitch stream that I still had. Well, my Twitch app that I still had up from where I streamed earlier, broadcasting. I went ahead and was going to clear it out, and when I clicked the home button, the Xbox crashed. So that was
oof.
Yeah.
Well, Flash, also I want to give a shout out to DB for coming on tonight.
Absolutely, that was a lot of fun.
But now here this dude, without this guy that we're about to interview, Flash, none of this shit would be possible at all. We'd be doing this shit over Twitch live streams and just uploading the raw stuff.
Mhm.
No extra, no. It'd probably sound like complete dog shit. But this dude right here has made
And instead of dog shit, it
it-
sounds like quack shit.
duck shit.
Duck shit. There you
Don't know if
But
it's any better.
but yeah, he is my personal editor. He actually got paid tonight, by the way. This is his first night getting paid for the podcast. I've been giving him my pay for the podcast, so yeah. So you're welcome. But nonetheless, as DB wants to call him, introducing Silent Quack to the podcast. I mean, shit, he's been here the entire time. He does everything. He knows. So what's up, buddy?
Hi, stuff's going on.
Lots of stuff, huh?
A lot of stuff. You know, been taking notes.
Have you?
Yeah, I got what do you mean, like probably like 5 things written down to check back later.
Oh, already?
Yeah, mostly for.
Oh, it's probably more than that, honestly.
Yeah.
There's so much
Wow.
every stream.
Oh no, yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot that at least we've not had a single slip up with any bad curse words.
The fuck we haven't? Oh, sorry.
No, because I have family that lives with me that says bad words. So, you know, Stanley knows.
Oh, yeah.
He edits my videos on YouTube. He knows how bad I can be.
I'm honestly impressed how
Oh, I just thought Heathen was a fun little name.
That's what I want you to think. But Quack. I almost called you Stanley. Well, I'm gonna call you Stanley because I know you like that. So you want to tell us? Well, this is different because you don't even do NASCAR stuff.
No, this would be fun. We'll give him a list of people. Let him make a prediction for who's gonna win. We have to give him a few people to pick.
Yeah,
though. He can pick a random.
not that. Yeah.
We gotta do that though when we make a prediction.
Oh, no.
Come on. It's
so-
Talladega. We just give him a list of drivers and he's got to pick one.
Now that since he's our editor or whatever, I'm gonna ask him that type of stuff. So, Stanley,
Yes.
you have been editing for me for fucking what, 3-4 years ish now, something like that. When I want to upload, which is rarely ever, but you know,
Yeah.
sporadic. My main channel is dead. The podcast is pretty much my main channel at this point because it's already
'cause your main
overtaken my
channel
main
sucked.
channel.
Oh,
And
but
really,
what?
I mean, damn, Stanley, he just trashed you, dog.
No. You sucked. He did good on it. It's just you sucked in general. Nobody wanted to watch it. But you
No
did good
one
on this.
No one likes my
So,
no one likes my
people watch.
Roblox content.
Okay, your Roblox content was actually pretty good. I've watched some
That's
of
all
that.
I did.
Well,
That's all I did. That was good.
to be fair, I was in some of that, so that's probably
you were
why it
in,
was good.
yeah, you were in that whole video pretty much till you went AFK for like 4 hours, and then me
I
and
don't
Wes
remember
just finished.
when. I just know I was in it. So.
But so how did you get started in the editing, and you know, how did you get involved with this podcast? You know, I know how you did it, but no one else knows how you got involved in it.
All right. How I got started in video editing was at a younger age when I was in middle school. I got really into watching YouTube videos and unofficially with a couple of friends when I was living in Texas, we started a little. I don't know if you call it a podcast. We called it the Dewan Show because our main host was our little friend Dewan, and we kind of recorded that there. Though during that I didn't do any actual video editing because then I just started out with even understanding how things recorded. I didn't even know how the computer turned on then, so I was very bare bones.
Wow.
I know. And
how long ago was that? 'Cause you're a senior in high school, correct?
yeah, that
was like 5-ish years ago.
it was
5-6 years
basically
ago.
6 years ago.
So mind you, him saying that, Flash, he was editing for me then, 2 years into his start of editing.
Yeah, that's amazing, honestly, because I mean, I'm more of a hardware guy than a software guy. I mean, like you
Because he
obviously.
likes stuff hard.
Well, yes, but no, I can take a computer apart, any computer, and put it back together from just the main components and bolts. But like the software was always my thing, and that was a problem. And that sounds like your kind of cup of tea. That you learned. Obviously, that's a big part of editing and all that. That was always my thing. Like I said, like parts, like making computer work, no problem. Motherboard, yeah, your graphics card, RAM, like everything, CPU, cooler, whatever you want to do, power supply, put in there. I could do that. But with you, I mean, it's come natural to you. I can see that, like with everything you do, just off the top of your head, and how you come up with the stuff for us for our podcast. When it comes to editing certain parts and adding things in that I've given you a couple ideas for, because I always like the Price is Right sound and a couple other things that you've done, and you've done that just right there. You do it.
Thing
I mean,
that,
it's like nothing to you. So that
there's not been one
shows.
single thing that since well, I'll let him. Well, first we'll ask Stanley, how did you get involved in this podcast? Before we go on anything else.
All right.
This is a genius when it comes
And
to
don't make me sound like an asshole either.
I'll make you seem like the best angel.
Well, okay, all right. So let me make you sound like that. And besides you chaining him in your basement and making him do that, what else helped you get involved in the podcast?
Wait, I have him in my basement. He has me in my basement.
We kind of
you have him in your basement, either.
It's whatever.
I live in my basement though.
Yeah, well, you have in your lower basement.
So hell.
Okay. So what got me involved in this podcast was a previous we'll say editor and like content creator relationship with Heathen beforehand. I did do a few of his videos before he officially got the go-ahead for the podcast, and if what he said is correct,
Which is probably not, but okay.
I might as well take it as fact. I was the first person in terms of editing he came to, and
okay, that's true.
You're the only person I came to.
Oh.
Because, well,
Yes.
backstory, I played football with his brother, and Robert, his brother, mentioned to me that, well, Dylan, my cousin, knew Stanley very, very well, and was like, look, Stanley's a good editor, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just shoot him a deal. He was in T-Dad at the time, which we were on a clan together at one point, and I was like, fuck it, I'll shoot my shot. And
So what kind of clan was this?
Gaming slash other stuff.
Yeah. Gaming.
It
Was there any kind of attire y'all wore during your gaming?
Regular clothes, like people. Next
Yeah,
question.
it's regular clothes.
Making sure. Sorry, I gotta have some fun with it. Go ahead.
Get it off.
Hit it off. I did a few things. He recorded a few things, and we ended up here. At the time, he asked me to see if I wanted to participate in this podcast.
I actually asked him for Flash to.
Ooh.
I asked him to, be on to be my guest, well, my side hoe, is what I like to call him, on the podcast. But and then I was like, but he doesn't really, know really about NASCAR, which was just all about.
Well,
So I was
I'll
like,
be
I didn't want
upfront with
put
what
him to
you
that.
said to me then before we started the podcast. and I guess we would talk about that also in our special episode we're gonna do. But I mean, I'll go ahead and say it. You said that you already had Quack, and he would be editing the videos, and you were like, "Do you want to come in? We'll do that and all that." And I was like, "Well, yeah, you got him, so we're gonna be having them edited and everything. We ain't gotta worry about that. He's gonna do that great." And that's what I said to you. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me, sorry. But right when you said that, I was like, "Yeah." I mean, like, that's gonna work. I mean, Quack. I mean, you've had him do your videos for, like you said, a while, and I knew that was going to be great when we come out with them. And what do we had now? This is episode 9-10.
This is 10.
This is 10. Well,
Nine with
for
Stanley.
him. Yeah,
Because
10th
week
episode.
2, as we said when we had the interactive podcast, he had something go on, and
Right.
we let him have that night because
Right.
as not only a friend of his, but I guess his boss, it was like I have to not overwork him and all that.
Oh, so you're
That's
his
why
boss.
he calls me his boss, not me. He
I
calls me
do,
his
yeah.
boss.
Eventually, can we get to talking about Heathen being a boss?
Oh,
A boss
Jesus
of
Christ.
what?
Yeah, a boss in productions, well, like editing and producing anything related to the
Hey.
podcast. Hey, it's
Fine,
good
let's
things.
talk
It's
about
good
it.
things.
Let's talk about it. Fine. You want to talk about my logo now that we spent fucking 8 hours on?
Okay,
Sounds pretty sus to me.
that logo took, as you said, probably realistically 5 hours, but it took a long time for at least one picture. During that time, of course, I was doing the whole editing and changes, but Heathen was constantly giving me, we'll say, adjustments to make, and telling me how he wants it. And at first, it can
Meaning he
be
was
annoying.
bitching at you for every little thing, and he was wanting it the way he wanted it, and you were like, "Well, I can only do it this way," and he was like, "Well, no, make it this way."
But if you want to put
You
it
got it
that
right.
way, yes. But I like to think of it as, since I can technically do the thing you want me to, but I am, in terms of creativity, stupid to a high degree. Having someone who knows
Yeah.
exactly what they want and how to describe it is absolutely perfect for me. So then I don't have to take any guesses and then risk being told that looks stupid.
I was gonna tell you that anyway, but yeah, yeah.
So that is during that creation. That is he did a great job, and in turn, I helped create that, and that was great. So overall, Heathen's constant, wanting for adjustments to get everything correctly, because at some points in the productions and editing in this podcast, I was like, yeah, this looks fine. But he insisted on some changes that made it look better, and in the end, it ended up looking great. But at the time, I was like, I just want to do nothing. So at the time, it was maybe just a tad bit of suffering, but in the end, it was very well worth it.
Absolutely, yeah. I guess ultimately it has been, huh?
Yes,
I think
indeed.
he didn't die over there. He doesn't even want to talk.
Well,
I actually think he did.
hello.
Way to go! This is gonna be a
Oh,
podcast.
my headset disconnected the entire time.
Oh.
But Stanley, you know that. Well, everybody that's watched the podcast knows that episode 1 of the podcast, there was pictures involved
Yes.
in the pod. That podcast took several hours of me and him sitting in a fucking Discord call talking about what the hell we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Look, if he isn't
yeah.
holding you hostage here, Stanley, please tell us we're recording this live. So if he's holding you hostage in his basement, please say it right now. We'll help you.
I'm messing with you guys. No.
I had to do that. All right, continue.
But nah, he's been over like over my expectations. I mean, they were already high because of the fact that he's done my personal videos before, and
Oh yeah, he works
he's done
magic.
good at that.
I've seen your personals too. I mean, and not joking. I mean, no,
Only
they
ones
look
you're
good.
in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they look better when I'm in them, obviously. But I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I mean, like he edits them to a
I
great degree.
I do have
And it's
to
all
admit-
that.
You're
Go
good.
ahead.
Okay.
Talk.
I do have to admit sometimes when I make like really small mistakes, I sometimes wonder why am I kept around? Like simply
Wait, what do you mean mistakes? What have you done?
like putting the time down wrong on an episode.
Oh,
I'm like, wow,
so
I'm
backstory
stupid.
to this fucking shit.
Yeah, that was
Stanley.
one mistake. I mean,
No,
they
you don't
figured it out.
understand.
You don't understand.
Not only did Stanley not do a thumbnail for that episode, he didn't put it get put on the thing. He also scheduled the fucking upload for Monday at
I already
noon.
know that. I already know you told me that.
I think these were two different episodes, but they both had like issues while uploading because of me.
No, and the very first one that we had the sponsor on, who Stanley now does the ad reads for, because
that.
he gets stuff for.
I'm ashamed of
He
that.
actually he did the logo wrong. Because when he took out the outside white part, because the top right part of the circle is white, and when he went to make it transparent, it cut that white out as well. So, and he didn't even notice it. My dumbass didn't even fucking notice it. I mean, I was also sleeping at work in the morning, but yeah, but I noticed it after and how Stanley, I literally called him the next, like, Stanley, what the fuck is this? I was like, not to be a dick, but what the fuck did you do? Yes, I was a little bit of a dickhead at that point in time. I felt bad, but at the same time, like, Flash, Stanley, that, like, when I have my stuff, like, when I have my mindset to something, I tend to go for it. Place for the podcast. If it has to do anything with the podcast, I have to make sure that it's perfect or up to standards that I would watch. That's stuff that I would like to do.
Yeah, and that's
for
good
myself.
to keep me, the editor, up to those standards because when I used to do stuff for myself, absolutely garbage most of the time, to a rare few gems here and there.
Hey, I will say, me and Stan did a Minecraft series, at this point, 2-ish years ago. And, yeah, it was, very fun to record, but also it was, we need to do more. We need to do it again. Because it was so much fun just to do that. It was just me and him. And it was just fun to, watch that, so. It was a lot of fun doing that. I think Stan would say the same.
Indeed, it was.
Y'all definitely
Minecraft
have good chemistry. Y'all fit perfect
at that point.
for a streamer editor. And
I just did a Grand Slam, by the way. My first time running in MLB.
oh yeah,
show.
that's a perfect way to talk about our podcast here. You're just playing a video game over sitting here recording it. Yeah,
Completely
yeah.
unrelated
man.
sport too.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
A Grand Slam in NASCAR.
Hey,
What would that be?
when you win every single marquee event, it's like the Coke 600, the Indy 500, and it's a Brickyard 400, and the Daytona 500. I've won 2 of those, 2 out of 3. All I need is a Coke 600, and I've won all 3.
Of course, you figure out some way to bring it about yourself.
Nah. I just know that I've won the Daytona 500. I've won the Indy
We've
Brickyard
all won
400.
Daytona 500.
Shut the fuck up. No one
I
asked
don't
you.
believe I have.
Well, we've all, besides our editor here, Quack, have won the Daytona 500 in some form or another.
Yes.
Fair, I guess.
Maybe Quack did. What was it? Daytona 500. What I mean, the definition of that, he could have won it.
But Stanley, you said that I was a dick at one point in time.
I feel like those weren't words that came out of my mouth.
I know they weren't, but I was just saying because you know.
No, but you are though.
Yeah, I kind of am sometimes.
Sometimes I do get annoyed with the constant, wanting
Messages.
not really those, but like adjustments when we're working on things. But in the end, it's kind of worth the slight tilt I get. But
Yeah, like I
Well, I was
told
about
you
to
though,
say messages. Yeah, I'll tell him he's a dick if he messaging me more than like 15 times.
the
in a
reason why I
day.
do that, and we've talked about this. The reason why I talk to you a lot about it is because I want what's best for, what's best for like the podcast. It's not to be a dick. It's just a vision that I would have or whatever, and I would like to keep it like that.
Yeah, keep that vision going. I agree with you. Honestly.
Other than that, nah, man, it's been a lot of fun having you on this journey with us.
Absolutely. That's been we couldn't have it without you.
I mean, we could. It'd just be really shit.
No, we couldn't have any of this without him. Yeah, like you said, it would be shit. But it would be shit. We wouldn't have nobody on. So yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't be as big as we are. He's actually taken over the upload schedule stuff and all that because of the fact that with me working a fuck schedule, it he helps out a lot doing that. So I don't have to worry about getting up at like 3 in the fucking morning instead of having up at 5.
3 in the morning. Sundays. They're at 3 in the morning.
Hey.
Yeah, but not when it's almost 4 right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about getting up really early to download a video file from Google Drive and then upload it again.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes a lot less time, realistically. We save, like 2 hours worth of fucking time?
Hey, you know what we get to do with him now, though? We got to get
touch
predictions
him?
in.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Well, of course you...
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, that's what I...
So, real quick, though. CRL, PSCS, week. I think Target won Xfinity.
Yes.
I think JR, Big Dogs, won on Wednesday, and then CRL. Who the fuck won CRL Cup?
Hold on. We'll go back to that. All right. So Target won the Xfinity race in PSCS on Tuesday, and then yes, JR Big Dogs won the Cup race on Wednesday. I figured you'd plug yourself because you're on stage 2, but we'll go with that.
But I won stage 1.
Stage 2.
Blaze fucked it up. No, I won stage 1. I backed out stage 2.
Well, I don't know what screenshots I saw then because it looked like you won stage 2.
Because Blaze fucked it up, yeah.
Okay.
Blaze put it in the wrong spot.
Okay, so you won stage 1.
Yes, I won stage 1.
Yes. Okay.
Me and Lucas actually finished 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
So and then Lucas,
Lucas,
lagged out, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm done." Just left. I'm by myself, man. The party. I'm not doing that fucking shit. So, and then which is why I didn't hop over with you guys in the party. I was also had a mad ass headache. So, then who won in Wednesday for CRL? Because I had no clue who won Wednesday.
You know who won Wednesday?
I wasn't awake.
Oh, come on now. I know you know. All right, all right.
Chevy was last night.
No, that was last night. Okay. So, Wednesday, Hardy won over Pelpro.
Oh, because he fucking saved Q. That's right. Fucking motherfucker.
J Graham finished 3rd. Chase 4th.
Yeah, I
Gary
know.
5th.
Yeah.
Cowboy Nation 6th. Fastpass 7th. And Chevy 8th. But yep, Party won that by about a little under a second over Pelpro. So, good win to Party. So that helped him a lot in the Cup Series moving on with our playoffs. And then Martinsville, Chevy did. He redeemed himself after a while of not winning. And I know it felt good for him winning last night.
2 months. He hasn't won in.
beating Nixium. Yeah, it was 2 months. Yeah, I knew it was a while. I thought it was about six weeks, maybe 7. So yeah, 2 months. That's about right. Um, he beat Nixium for the win by about 9/10 of a second. So Chevy won, Nixium second, Party third, Lagunge fourth. Zach finished fifth, Chase Dreamer sixth. Asphalt Gator was seventh, 5 laps down. Haas Bass eighth, 6 laps down. Heathen was ninth, 208 laps down.
Heathen started to park that race.
And then Drake finished behind you, 212 laps down.
So you know a funny story behind that?
Yeah,
So
yeah, go.
at the beginning of that race, Drake was lagging pretty bad, and I'm like, okay, I can hold out until he fully lags out. So I did. I backed out, I think 3 laps after he did. I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. I pancaked the wall like 50,000 fucking times. I know your stream probably caught it. Like, what the fuck's a 17 truck? I was in a cotton candy car last night too. And then Flash, who won tonight?
Tonight, yeah. Yeah, this 9-car one.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. I've heard.
Yeah. All right, we'll give you your credit.
Especially at Texas.
Eden won the race at Texas.
Dominantly
in
that
the
point.
9, halfway dominant in the Xfinity Series.
If I didn't spin the fuck out in stage 2, I would have won stage 2.
Beat Drake to the finish. Party finished third. Haas Bass fourth. Gator in fifth. Zach sixth. Chevy seventh, and Nixium eighth. Both of them ENFs.
Look, I will
had
say this now.
issues.
I forgot to say this in the broadcast stream, whatever, but hopefully Drake listens to this. I'm telling you right now that guy right there has been racing me like closely at every fucking mile and a half within the last like 4 months or whatever.
Oh, you're gonna be battling him next season.
In a while, so
if it ain't this, you're gonna be battling next.
Yeah, because I know it's definitely apparently I'm the favorite next year for lower series because I'm the only one that's running full time in lower series. Pretty much only really. Of the guys that raced this year. Of the guys that have won this year. Obviously Drake's running lower series. Zach thinks running lower. He's gonna be a problem next year as well. So yeah, man, Drake's been fast as hell at these mile and a half, so he's gonna get me one of these days. If I didn't if that last pit stop didn't go well, you know, which it almost didn't, by the way. Like, I almost caught it on stream. I almost spun the fuck out pitting. It looked like I sped as well, so, which luckily I didn't. So, yeah, we led almost every single lap there for a while. We led the entire first stage, and then second stage we led up until I spun out pit road, and then didn't lose by that much. Like, I told Party even said, if I didn't get held up by Lucas for like 15 laps, something like that, I would have caught him. Cause Flash, I had a fucking rocket ship, especially after them changes were made, with the right rear to go to 57.5. Bro, it was over at that point. I'm surprised you probably thought I wouldn't go high on wedge. Especially at that type of track. Like on a preset at least.
Well, you went past the wedge that I would have even suggested.
You said go up 0.3, and I went up 0.3 of what I was on when you messaged me.
Yeah, I mean, I because of how I had it set, I mean, like 0.8 or 50.8, 50.9 was about what I was thinking.
Playing points in.
Yeah, and then like 50.8, 50.9 was where I would have thought where you need to be at that point. And then you ended up at what, 51.2?
Yeah, 51.2 with 45 tape.
Yeah. See, I mean, you could have run 50 tape, but I mean, I don't know. That might have planted the nose more. I would have went 50, but you won regardless. So.
Hey, I will say though, last week in the stream, I called my shot. I said, "Watch out for me next week at Texas." Because I mean, I lost my fuel save last week by a party at Kansas when the race I should have won. And then tonight, I thought it was gonna be the same thing. Like I'm gonna be fucked again. Luckily, I wasn't. So that's always nice that it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what we could do now, right?
Shout out the PSCS iRacing stuff.
Well, yes, we do that, and then we also got predictions for the week.
Yeah, and
Talladega.
yeah, and Quack will be giving info because he has big
He is
brain
going to
with
be making
NASCAR.
predictions for the winner. I'm telling you, we're gonna give him some a list of drivers. I know nothing about NASCAR, so we'll have to do that. But we'll have to give him a handful here real quick and see. I'm going to pick one because he'll probably pick the right one.
Like,
Probably not.
but he just has to pick a random ass person, or no, he can pick a number and we'll tell him it's the driver.
So now, actually, we'll start from it. We had the sprint cars. I believe they were the 360 sprints for iRacing here in our PSES series. In practice,
Dirty Outlaw shares.
with the 360 cars though, we believe it might be the 410s.
Maybe it's
but-
4 times, I think.
Okay, yeah, but
It's one of them.
yeah, I actually believe these are the 410s, and we had Daniel J. Abrams win practice with Richard Rico, aka Slav.
Suveve!
Yes, and your
Brother.
Ethan Greek, your
Brother.
good
Brother.
third in practice.
Yeah, we'll say that kid is fast as fuck on dirt. So
And when it came to qualifying, we had that same guy, Daniel J. Adam. He won the pole for qualifying. Richard Rico second, Jacob Locklear third, and Kelly Madsen, aka Giver, qualified fourth.
unfortunately, Giver had a bad main event though, so which sucks. But
As we get through the heats, though, yes, Daniel Adam won heat number 1. Richard Rico won heat 2 with Giver finishing second behind him. Your brother finished third in heat 1. So as we go to the warm up, Richard Rico won that warm up by 24 1,000ths of a second. Over Blake Galloway, Kelly Mellison. Giver finished third in that. And then we moved to the feature, and our pole sitter throughout the day that we just talked about, Daniel Adam, he won the race by 1.2 seconds over Blake Galloway. Tyler Werner finished third. Terrell Wheeler finished fourth, and T. Stephen Harris finished fifth. And your brother, Ethan Greek, finished in the 6th position on the lead lap, about 4 seconds back. Debbie Hutchins finished 7th. Jacob Locklear 8th. Richard Rico finished 9th, 3 laps down. Then it was Christopher Futke. And then, or probably just ruin that name, but we'll go with
you
that.
said fucky.
No, I said Fatke.
Oh, I said fucky.
Or it's probably Fatke, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It's Fathke. Tell me how you say that. Exactly. And then after that, it was Randy Bousset, who finished in the 11th position.
That's
and then
PSS Joker.
Yes. Yep. And our PSS giver, Kelly Melanson, he finished 10 laps down, like you said, in 12th. Had a bad feature, but showed some speed. So, he has that capability of winning. I'm sure we'll be calling one of those when we talk about the racing side of it over here.
Oh yeah. But now we get the picks though.
Yes.
We can do. Okay, we're at Talladega next week, and we're at Kansas next week for I think it's only or truck. I think it might be all three. If it's all three, let's do all three for PSCS, and then we'll do all three for CRL because fuck it. I don't know if we're all three or if we're just two next week. Stanley, who
I'm not
you
sure
picking
PSCS.
for?
I'm looking at the schedule right now for
Okay,
CRL.
yeah, do that. We'll do it for PSCS because I know we're at CRL next week. We're there at Texas. and then we're at. I think we're at Texas too for truck, honestly, and then we're at Talladega for Xfinity 0.
Yes,
I
sir,
don't
it's
know.
Texas, Talladega
Oh baby, let's
for
go.
CRL.
Punch another tick in the fucking playoffs next week, baby.
Texas, Talladega.
And then I don't know if you want to check the Discord and PSCS, see what the fuck's going on.
Yes, for PSCS, we are.
We all three. No, we're not. Oh, yeah, we are. It's Kansas, not fucking Texas. I'm retarded.
It is
So we all
Kansas
three?
for the trucks, and then we are off
Of course we are.
for Xfinity. So yeah,
Hey, that race
what?
though. What?
They have the dates.
Wrong.
Possibly. The trucks look like they would be on Tuesday, and then the Kansas race on Wednesday is how they have it set up. But I think that's probably a mistake.
Nah, Mike doesn't mess up. What are you talking about? Mikey is the god.
Well, then we'd be changing our trucks for the first time to a Tuesday race. But okay.
27.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well.
Am I wrong?
Oh, it just looks weird out. It might be. Is the 26th a holiday or something?
No.
I'm not what the fuck tell you. I'll text Mike, but
Yeah, like I said, it could just be a typo here.
either way, we are racing
In
we
the
are
trucks
racing
at Kansas
trucks.
and in the Cup at Kansas, regardless of the days. Yes.
I'm hoping that, we can we'll be on I think we'll be on Birds YouTube channel, the Twitch channel. And then so who do you got Flash for Monday or whatever trucks PSS?
Monday PSS trucks. Well, I'm racing in that, so I'm gonna pick not me.
Hey, you
Um,
are on all-time boards, I think, still at Kansas. I think
Yeah,
you might
I
be.
know, I know. Yeah, I think I am. And I'm not gonna pick you either. I'm gonna pick someone just.
I wouldn't either.
uh,
Man, if Jamie was here, that'd be an easy pick.
yeah, exactly. I was actually just thinking of him. I'll go with for trucks. If he runs, I guess I'll go with Turner.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Shit.
Yeah.
Who the hell am I gonna go with? Oh fuck. I'm gonna go Target,
Yeah. That's a good one too.
and then Cup. Oh, Stanley,
yeah.
who do you got for Kansas PSCS and the
Oh,
trucks?
don't ask him that. He don't even know.
I don't know anybody.
He's gonna fucking say me or you.
Just pick one of us, and there you go.
We'll go Heathen for the first one.
Flash doesn't race the second one. He doesn't race the
God,
second one.
He does now.
Pick me for the first one, and Heathen for the second one. There you go.
Yeah, there you
Pixie
go.
for the
Thank
second
you.
one.
That works.
Because at least we both
Okay.
are in both. Or I'm in the first one, he's in both.
So Flash, who you got for the Cup race at Kansas?
Cup at Kansas.
I know I'll be up there. We'll
Is
still have
Mike
the
gonna
setup right.
be racing for once?
I don't know.
If
have the
he
setup,
races,
though.
I'm picking him. If he doesn't race, I'll pick pick Blaze.
I'm not. Hey, I know it's not gonna happen by picking everything's great for the win.
He ain't
I know-
racing.
I know he's retired, but I'm picking him for the win. No, I'm picking Lagunge.
Yeah, I forgot Lagunge's in there. Damn it. I always forget he's in there.
CRL Wednesday at Texas. Hey, you want to do it again?
What?
Chevy. Lucas
Um,
would pick Chevy, by the
I mean,
way.
I was gonna pick him, so
Haha, fuck you, Chevy. I'm kidding.
I was gonna pick. I don't know. I was gonna pick him. He already
I
won.
love
He's
the
fine.
Chevy.
No, I'm gonna pick
Uh,
Chevy.
honestly,
much
yeah.
love. I'm gonna pick Chevy though. I think he'll win
Nah.
again.
I'm gonna pick Party. Party's really good at Texas, so I'm gonna
picking
pick
Chevy.
Party.
I'm picking Chevy, and it's out of love. It ain't trying to jinx him. Picking
I-
Chevy.
I'll- Yeah, my dark horse is Chevy. I'm kidding. Truck, Texas.
Um,
But I can't pick myself. Probably Party. or Lagunge.
Yeah, I'm picking
I know.
Lagunge.
I know I'll be fast to Texas. So
Well, okay, fine. Well, you can't.
that's why I said I can't pick myself. That's why I'm saying I'm picking Lagunge or Party.
All
So
right, I pick you then, and you can pick Lagunge. As long as you pick
All right.
Lagunge, I'll pick you. There
I
you
was
go.
picking Lagunge anyway.
Okay, I'll pick you, and you pick Lagunge. There we go.
And then Friday at Talladega. Who the fuck's winning that motherfucker? Can JRM though sweep first race in the playoffs though?
Dega. Okay. Pass.
He doesn't have his friend though. That's
Pass.
the thing. I'm going with Drake. I'm gonna push Drake to a fucking win. He will be in the
Drake,
Final Four.
Actually, yeah, Haas could push Drake. I feel like they'll work together too.
I will
So,
push Drake to the Final Four.
that would be cool. I'd love to see that. All right, I'm picking Haas, but if you push Drake, that would be the
Hey,
win of the
I
year.
could have had Drake a win tonight if I had spun myself out earlier, but I did my spin and win like as you call it, my spin and win, my signature that I always do.
Yeah.
When I win a race. It almost costed me though a couple times, but
Drake's gonna be fighting with you, man. You gonna have to step up your game here. So he is learning fast, and he's running quick. I mean, like for a time there before all the last, yeah, he was actually. I was watching lap times throughout the run, and for a little bit there, he was beating you on lap times from what I could tell, because he was catching a tenth or two. At least for 10 or 15 laps there, he was beating you on lap times. I don't know if you were saving or what
I
you were
was
doing,
saving quite a bit of the run anyway, or trying to burn off the right front more. So I would like just
but he was definitely closing
enter.
there
I
for a
would
minute,
enter hot, and then like if you saw like I would enter high-ish and then diamond down, so I could burn the fuck out of the right front to get it down, so it's not fucking terrible.
Mm.
But yeah, he's gonna win soon. I already know what's gonna happen. And then the moment we all been waiting for, Xfinity in NASCAR. We're talking about Quack. Stanley, what number? Car number you think's gonna win?
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. Flash,
What was the question?
Xfinity, Talladega, NASCAR.
I will go with
I'm going Gregson.
yeah, well, I was about to pick him.
He's always fast to play tracks.
Haley.
Yeah, that is very fair. And my dark horse is colleague, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole
So
fucking team.
yeah, so Haley, and then no, that's enough pick. I don't have to do a dark horse.
Cup. There you go. What number, Stanley? Cup.
Do I get
Party
a
pick
range?
Chase. Party picked Chase Elliott, and back on dark horse was Blaney earlier.
Question: I'm supposed to memorize numbers.
Just say a number. 1 through
Yeah,
99.
Yeah, you're really not gonna be wrong. Just pick a number at Talladega. Honestly, this is the best week you can just pick random.
Whatever number 6 is.
Ryan Newman. All right.
Ryan, fat ass. Sorry.
No, that's actually a good pick, because he had he had a big crash last year at Daytona, almost
He
died.
almost died.
So, yeah, so that's a good pick.
But he has a
Talladega,
thick
honestly.
skull and didn't die.
Yep, his neck saved him.
His fat ass neck.
So
Flash, who do you have though?
what do you want me to do? Like a main pick and then a dark horse?
I guess.
I'll go with my dark horse first, since I'm already thinking of him, Ricky Stenhouse.
Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah. And then
I like that.
my
Actually.
main. No, I'm not picking Logano.
Picks
I mean,
fucking Blaney.
I could. No, I'm not. I'm not picking Penske.
Wow, that's
Hey,
your
bro.
first of
No,
the
no, no,
year.
I'm not. No,
Fucking pick Cindric.
could. No.
Is he racing? I have a different pick this week. I've never picked before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with damn, can't think of nobody.
Okay, I'm gonna go Chase Elliott for my regular pick.
Uh,
And then going Bubba for my dark horse. Bubba was
Good
fast.
dark horse.
Bubba
I
was
thought about
fast as
that.
fucking Daytona.
Yeah,
So-
he's always good on plate tracks.
So you want
You
Ricky
said my dark
Stenhouse
horse was
Jr.
Ricky
for?
Stenhouse. Yeah,
So-
yeah, Ricky Stenhouse.
Hey, bro, just pick Justin Haley then, bro.
No,
Or
but that's
Kaz
not-
Gralla.
Oh, that's even a more dark horse. What? No.
Bro, Justin Haley's won a plate track in NASCAR Cup Series before.
Haley has, yeah, but whatever. I will go with Kyle Larson.
Oh, you done fucked up, Ron.
Why?
That's not happening. Have you seen his plate track history
Yes,
before?
that's the point.
It is shit.
Have you seen his plate track career with Hendrick?
For top 5, I know it's top. I know it's top 10 at least.
It doesn't matter. I don't know where he finished in the 500. I'm just saying, he's had one race with Hendrick. Who knows what he was doing?
True.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, we're here in iRacing. I don't know.
And Hendrick has been unreal lately, so I'm gonna go Larson. Oh, I thought it'd make you happy.
It's still funny that Chase is the only winless driver in Hendrick right now.
Yeah, that is kind of unreal.
So I know that we left a lot of parts out of the podcast, by the way, but I'm trying not to overkill it because it's already a long ass podcast as it is.
Well, we also added about 18,000 different segments, so.
But Stanley will have a couple ad reads in here to the podcast when he's not editing it. But thank you again to our sponsor. Thank you, Jaquan, for letting us use his music as always.
Yes.
And it should be playing right now. So obviously
We're
if you want
exiting
to check
this.
them out. It's the song that's playing out is Lonely by CTC Kwani. Is his rapper name. But yeah, as always, man, I've been your host, Ethan, and alongside Flash.
Thank y'all so much.
We had Dirty Birds on, and we also had our wonderful editor, Stanley, on. And I'm saying right now, Stanley, there better be some fucking dope-ass edits in this one, because you're
Don't you
on
edit yourself out of it.
Imagine he does that. Oh my god, I'd cry. But nah, man, yeah, man, thank you all for everything y'all do, for the support. Thank you for the subscribers from the bottom of our heart. Episode 10 was unreal. We only getting bigger from here, baby. Only getting
So
bigger.
much fun. We had so much fun with this. I loved it. Yes, and we are just getting bigger from here. Thank you also, Heathen, all you do in Quack and Quack Stanley.
It's mainly Stanley, man. I just talk shit for fucking 2 hours a night.
Well, that's what I do
That's
too.
all
But
I
I mean,
do.
I still thank you for it. I mean, I can't just do it by myself. You can't do it by yourself. We gotta have somebody talk shit too.
Well, yeah, because
Put
if I do
together.
myself, me and Stanley will be here for like 10 hours talking about
Well,
about
you would
nothing.
run off your mouth and you start talking about yourself for another 6 hours, and it'd be like,
Exactly.
So no. We
Yeah,
got
for real though.
we
Flash
got
did
it
a hell of a
rolling,
job
and I appreciate all the
up
support,
here.
honestly, and yes, thank you again to Dirty Bird, as Heathen said, and yep, great podcast. Where we had another 2.5
Thank you,
hours,
Party.
but we got rolling. So
Party, always for letting us do this. At this point, I don't think he has a choice letting us do this or not. Because like we've
as long as we
started getting
roll
so
now,
much
yeah,
traction.
it's like we just.
So yeah, look out for the the YouTube page, by the way, because here and within the next 3 weeks, I think we'll be having the broadcasts from Championship Week in CRL on there.
with
so,
Party and Chevy.
no,
We'll have
like
them on
we'll
the-
be having the broadcast
Well, we'll have the
streams.
champions on it as well, but
The broadcast streams will be on the YouTube page.
yes.
So like if you want to rewatch the race that actually happened, not the podcast stuff, the actual race.
Yep, the
That'll
full
be on there.
stream that unfortunately
That
you have to
only
hear
Flash.
my terrible voice. for the whole stream, but
I
I
might
appreciate it.
I might take him off PSCS to help commentate Cup race with you. Honestly,
I'll just make it worse, but I appreciate it.
fuck, Stanley can do it for you then. Shit. Can't
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
no,
Have
I'm
the
down
game.
for that.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
the game. He can't. Yeah, we'll figure out something for you though. Thank y'all for the support. And as always, I've been your host, Heathen. Onside Flash. Thank you,
Thank
Dirty.
y'all so much.
Marty, Hardy, Stanley as always. Everybody, man, love y'all. And get Cowboy to 15 followers.
Yes.
On
Give him
Twitch.
to 20 followers.
He's at 11 right now. We
Give him
got
to 20.
him 2 to
Not just
11
15. Give him
in
20
3 days.
followers.
Oh yeah, get him up. He does this amazing shit over there, but enough rambling. Seriously though. We'll see y'all next week for episode 11.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
And I've been feeling lonely, lonely, lonely.